Hello everybody and welcome to the 5-year plan. We're in the first year of that plan. Queen's Park Rangers, we're trying to get ourselves to the Premier League. We've had a lot of assistant managers. I've maybe delegated a touch too much. There's been some good ones. There's been some bad ones. There's been a touch of sabotage, I wonder, in yesterday's stream from Jack. Maybe, who knows? Let me know in the chat. A lot of you were there yesterday. A lot of you are back today. Lozcast is one of those in the chat, always with his notepad, always ready to go. But thank goodness, I know for the first time, I'm in experienced, safe hands for 2 hours at least. I'm literally just a hand today. Dr. Benjy is here. I've called the doctor. I've made the call. And
it gives me back. I tell you, I've been watching some performances of these assistant managers, James, and I've been impressed. There's a few I've been very impressed with. You know, some of them are made for this job.
Yes.
Some of them, dear old dear, Jackmate, dear old dear. It's like watching a competition winner when Jackmate was on this.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he did say, like, he said from the off, he said, look, this might not work out, but but we're back, and hopefully we've got a stream, the last stream of the week that you guys can enjoy. I have kicked off the chat, I've kicked off a lot of people from the chat, sex bots in particular. So hopefully,
it's a shame.
Hopefully they've gone now, because they were stealing the shine from the actual people really putting the work in. So fingers crossed, a few of them have gone. For those of you in the chat, thank you, welcome, and hopefully we're gonna actually really get somewhere. We've got a massive game first up, mate. We've got Brentford away from home, and I've been to Griffin Park the last 4 seasons back, and we just lose and get pumped every single time. So if we could do something different, that would be nice. And in terms of doing something different, I've been doing a little bit of recon,
Right.
and because it's been all about the tactics, and we've tried a lot of different things. And I thought I had something with Lawrence at the end of the first stream of the week this week, but then with Jack, it kind of went up and down a little bit again. So I started looking at tactics myself, and then so strange, literally 2 worlds meeting here. The guy I've sat behind at QPR for probably about 20 years now.
Yeah.
He messaged me saying that, like, he's done really well with QPR, because of course, you know, he's a huge QPR fan, so that's the team.
Well, is there any evidence though, James? Because I've come across a lot of Football Manager liars.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm sure you have actually, and I think that's probably been the problem a lot of times, listening to too many things. But
James, I don't want you comparing yourself to other managers. Right? You're paving your own path now.
Well, the thing is, though, he was on Twitter. I don't know if you saw this. He got QPR to the Champions League. Won the Champions League. He had the screenshot, which I don't think he'd photoshopped. I'm sure that's probably been done in the past as well. But yeah, I believed him, and so he showed me his tactics. I've used them a touch on a different save. And I have seen improvements, so I'd like to use it. I'd like to use it in a couple of games here.
Well, let's not waste time. Let's see what he's got. What was his name? Do we know?
His name is Adam.
Adam.
Let me show you the tactic, because they do look a little bit different, and I'm pleased I found them, because I'll tell you what, there is no way I would have tried this. But this so it's a gegenpress, which did work with me and Loz the other day. Where we won 3-0. The big changes here is actually it's the fullbacks and making them sort of either a complete wing, basically using them as wing backs, and having a DM in Cameron who played for a couple of games, had good ratings, but the team wasn't doing well in that situation. Right. So this is the setup that he's got. A lot of people have been talking in the chat over the last couple of streams about Eze's form, and in particular the front two, Parrott and Hugo. But I used Parrott in a couple of games in a test game. It's actually with a slightly different squad. In the other squad, I wasn't able to get Jack Byrne. But I've got Jack Byrne in here. And actually in that one, the results did start to improve. But there was the odd hit and miss one. But overall, I think we were winning generally. I think I played about 5 games maybe. And I think we won 3 of them. We actually lost to Brentford in that run. But we beat Fulham 2-0 away from home.
I think what you're doing here, you're playing to strengths of this side. You can tell that just by looking at it. You know, you've got your main men out there. Is anyone that you would have ordinarily played that is suffering from this change in system?
So I think, well, in the test game that I used, I did get Gilmore, and Gilmore was quite useful as a Mazzala. But I think throughout we've learned
we need to have a talk about Billy Gilmore.
Sorry, did I just call him Barry again?
No, no.
Okay.
I don't know, but we need to talk about Billy. We need to have a serious conversation.
We can have a serious conversation about Billy. I'll tell you what. We'll do that in a sec. Let me just run through it just so that everyone knows what we've kind of got here, because then we can play the games a little bit quicker. So yeah, it's all about the pace with this team. You got Manning as box to box, Cameron offering up that solidity. But when you see us out of possession, this might blow your mind a touch. Very, very high. Apparently, this will help us in terms of the pace.
Very aggressive.
Being aggressive. We've got an attacking sweeper in Liam Kelly.
Good.
Yeah, extremely urgent. Apparently, this is all going to work for us, and we're going to be rolling out, playing out from the back.
Plug this in, like instruction by instruction.
He sent me the thing.
Right, and you've just gone. I'm using it.
Yeah.
Right, I can see.
Is that cheating?
I'm not sure this is what Alex Ferguson did. That's all I'm going to say, James. But
sure, it's not the exact same squad though. He made a lot of different changes. But I want to win, guys. I really, really want to win. So I made some of these changes. We can abandon it at some stage, but I like to give it a go.
Because if it doesn't go well today, as I've got a lot of football manager experience, his tactic, from what I can tell, he's nailed lots of things. And if it doesn't go well, we can blame Adam. And if it goes well, then I will take the credit.
And so in terms of tips, so why has he nailed down a lot of the good stuff for this team? Because I reckon there's a lot of people playing Football Manager now who maybe played it back in the day, like I did, where you go, well, I'll try this and I'll try that, and then we'll find it and it'll figure it out. But it's not that simple, is it?
There are certain things in Football Manager in recent years. They've added tactical styles to the game, and because Gegenpress has been significantly, well, not significantly, but it's been very good, hasn't it? Let's face it, in football recently. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool doing rather well with the Gegenpress. He was pretty good at Dortmund, was Jurgen.
Yes.
And what's happened as a result of that is Football Manager have made the Gegenpress very, very good. So Adam has obviously caught wind of that, and you've now caught wind of Adam.
You've let backroom staff. This is just my whole world. Everyone in the chat, that is my backroom staff. So for me, I don't feel like this is a problem.
There's a few assistant managers that should have stayed as backroom staff, as far as I'm concerned, James.
I hear what you're saying. You're heaping the pressure on yourself there. Although I've done that myself with the title of this, which is Top Football Manager Tips with Dr.
Right,
Benjy.
That's the first time I've seen that, James. That is. I've not got a list of tips that I should have clearly prepared.
Yeah. Send me a link. I'm sure you've done that video, surely.
Right, well, no, because I know my audience wouldn't take it seriously if I start giving out proper tips. No, but I like what we're working with. There's a few things I've noticed while watching streams. You're not with the old fitness of players.
Yes.
You don't mind burning players into the ground.
I think that is true. I do get a bit excited as well. I think that's part of it as well. So maybe I need to just take a breath.
There's nothing wrong with being excited. Yes. I think, but it's at the right moments. You can't be setting up a tactic sort of on the edge of your seat. But when the goal goes in, I want to see the passion. As do the fans.
Yes. Yeah, fair enough. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe that game management is something I need to do a little bit more. Here's a question for you. The understanding between positive mentality and balanced mentality. Yeah. What's the point of using one or the other in different circumstances?
So, as someone that uses a balanced mentality the majority of the time, it allows me to manage mid-game. So I'm not set in my ways of playing positively. Like, there's ideas in Football Manager that playing too attacking, especially like attacking and very attacking, most Football Manager players will not touch because they don't really do what you want them to do. They often just leave you too exposed. Right. So playing balanced is sort of the nice in between, as you'd imagine, because it's the middle of all the options. Like, and there's this misconception that playing defensively makes you just sit back and never attack. Actually, it's about how solid you're prepared to be. And if you're a better side in games, then play on the front foot, much like you would in real life, right? It's akin to that. So if you play against sides that you think you should be beating, playing positively, playing on the front foot, playing in a more attacking rhythm is preferred. Whereas if you're playing more cautiously or more defensively, like you're set up to counter-attack teams. And this team that you've built, like I've seen the run of games you've got coming up, and I don't disagree that positive is against some of the lesser sides absolutely what we should be doing. But I'm not sure if we should maybe looking towards a more balanced or even cautious or defensive approach against the teams you've got coming up. Because the top six are coming.
Yeah, I haven't gone anywhere near cautious or defensive at any stage. So maybe that's something too. So I tell you what, I'm gonna pop it on balanced for now because we've got Brentford next. So maybe we even need to go to cautious. But let's make our way through some of the admin here.
Jack did well. I watched a lot of Jack's performance yesterday.
His
I actually made notes
bad
on all the assistant managers, James.
You've got what? Sorry.
I've got notes on all the assistant
Have you?
managers.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
because I've been doing some research. So I've sort of there's a headline of what I think of their abilities. You know, I thought Chris Pajak brought some great insider knowledge. That's a man that's been playing Championship Manager, Football Manager for years. You could tell that.
Yeah.
You could sense it early on. Jack, mate, I have just written down competition winner and left it at that. There's not much more to add with what Jack. Lawrence is clearly a man of culture, a man that brings not just culture but identity to a QPR side.
Yeah, you could feel that sort of ooze through into.
And that's what you can tell you appreciate it as well.
Yeah, I know. It's a joy to manage with him. I'll be honest.
Flav with respect to Flav, it's like watching Harry Redknapp. You know, there's a lot going on there. Not a lot of it useful in terms of Football Manager. The first thing he did was come on and slag me off. Does he think I wasn't watching?
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame that. And he melted under the pressure, quite literally.
Yeah. And he wasn't even wearing the clock thing, was he? Around his neck?
The clock thing?
That's Flavor Flav. Never mind.
You get mixed up.
Sorry.
You get mixed up.
Dudley Rhino brought an incredible style, more within his own look than tactics, but like he was responsible for the Billy Gilmore transfer.
Or Barry, as we call him on these streams.
Yeah, Barry. Yeah,
I can't get out of it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't know if it's a fan channel thing, but Mark Goldbridge brought again an understanding that I think was something that I think you appreciated. There was a level-headedness to Mark Goldbridge that I didn't expect.
Yeah, I agree. And it did jar a touch with my style. I'm a passionate manager. This is my club. Dematio sacked by Stoke. So, but Goldbridge came in and he did deliver. Actually, he did deliver. Yeah. It was impressive. Smith straight away came in and focused on the youth, which is unlike what to be expected of Smith. You know, he's got appreciation of the grassroots. Yes, he's got more. He's got more an understanding of the holistic approach needed for a successful football club.
He knows about the running of a football club. I'm not sure the coaching aspect for Smith was. That's where he shines. If there was chairman manager, I'll tell you what, Smith would be the first man you'd call.
Yes, that's a good shout. Yeah. That would be amazing if you could kind of have a proper hierarchy. And get like everyone involved, and have a director of football who brings in the players. I'll look to coach and do the tactics, and you get someone else to like Smith would be great as a chairman. Do you know what the really weird inside joke that only you and of course everyone watching the stream right now will find out is that me and Smith. I don't know. Oh, that's it. I took a picture of the table that I'm using right now, and it's an IKEA table. And me and Smith are a similar age, and we've obviously we've moved in with our partners and stuff like that. And when you move into like the first place, the only place you buy furniture from is IKEA. So he sent me that, and then he sent me a picture of my picture, then sent a picture of the exact same one that he had, and then for the rest of this week, all me and Smith have been doing, which I can probably show you. I'll go to a different angle. All me and Smith, we don't even talk to each other anymore. But on WhatsApp, all we're doing is sending each other pictures of different bits of IKEA that we'd forgotten that we'd bought. Look, I don't know if you can see this.
It's like you've got a warehouse between the two of you.
Look,
just of IKEA.
Just IKEA. That's a new bit. It's just had delivery. That's a stool. Wow. That's that's me. That's mine. That's his. Literally, that's all it is. Just pictures.
Not too bright, James. That's annoying.
And there's Smith. So there you go. If that's not worth a like, I don't know what is. Right, let's get to the football. Oh, so is that all the assistant managers? Have you got other assistant managers to talk
who else have you had? I can make
we had Charlie, who was Smith's Smith's mate, who came in, who does know his stuff. I don't think he really got enough time to show what he's about.
No, it's tough. It's tough under pressure as well.
Yeah, and of course, unfortunately, he might. Jack mate's here. Ben hasn't got a clue. Jack in.
He's a big fan. He's a big fan. It's irritating, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's at that level.
Give me a bit of space. Hang on.
You know, actually, good story. You know, I mentioned I've known Jack for years.
Yes.
I've known Smith for the same amount of time.
I was going to say. So, I didn't know that you had such a long-running relationship with Jack. But all of you guys are the OGs of YouTube, aren't you? Yeah. Although you again, a lot of passive-aggressive comments from you even before the stream.
Jack was really inspired by me. I think that's why Jack started, because he was a little bit after me. Me and Smith was proper OG. I give Smith the credit. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if he's ever told you. He had the most subscribed channel in the UK.
He did. He was the first ever episode of The Process. And he told me
he talked to you about that,
about a Frank Sinatra song that he did. And that sort of got him going. And then I think he got to 50,000 subscribers or something like that, like really, really, really quickly. Yeah.
Lawrence McKenna in the chat. You've put Jack was class with the culture, to be honest. Don't humour him. I've got a lot of time for you, Lawrence McKenna. I've got a lot of respect for your work. You know, I'm a big fan. But don't give him false hope. Don't make him think he's going to come back. I saw Jack, towards the last 15 minutes was just Jack going, please, can I come back on, James, please? It's pathetic.
Wow.
Pathetic.
He's going for it. Look. Even I'd have all the assistant managers back. Even Will Brazier. Even Will, if he
Will Brazier, wow.
If he apologises in the chat, he can, and I'm sure he'll turn up at some point. He can come back. You know, it's fine. Right, sort this out for me. Jeff Cameron unhappy. Promise was not kept. Although he is going to be in the new tactic. So should I discuss this with him or not?
Yeah, absolutely. You can just basically guarantee him that he'll be playing.
Okay.
Top one, bang that out straight away. Great. He's looking forward to playing. Cheers, Jeff.
Okay,
cheers, mate. Good.
And yesterday, do you know Statman Dave digging me out in the stream yesterday, which was a shame. Saying Allcott.
Well, to be fair, he's done some great FM streams, not just for himself, but for charity.
Yeah, for diabetes, that's true.
Yeah.
Which actually, do you know, in the current climate, you know, but I want to get to a game. I think this is going to hurt me as well at some point, is the fact that someone did write that in the comments, actually. They said that you're skipping through too many messages because you just want to get to the next game. No, I don't agree.
No, that's nonsense. You can't. Okay. A lot of the inbox is spam. So.
And is there any way around that? Can I lower my spam count? That's spam count.
Not really. Now, the run of games you've got coming up is not easy. Not easy at all.
No, that's true.
You've got Brentford in fourth. I think I saw Blackburn, Leeds, Bristol City.
Yeah.
It's a tough run. They're contenders. And what is the goal at this point? Because I think the title's gone. I'm going to be the one to say it.
Wow.
I think the title's gone, but I think if you can reset your expectations, then there's something to aim for there.
Well, there's the league table. We can
20
get
games
playoffs.
to go.
We can get playoffs. We're fine. And actually, we are in January, by the way. So that might be something we need to like. Do you feel like we need to strengthen?
What are the budgets looking like? What have we got to work with?
I don't think we've got a huge amount.
I mean, the balance isn't great. I'll be honest.
That's going the wrong way.
No, but we can't worry about that. It's not your fault. You've been brought in to manage the team. It's not a financial manager, so don't worry about that. We're not accountants. So
exactly, this is about entertainment. I just need to throw money at it.
I think maybe we look at the loan market now, because if you can inject a little bit of energy into this squad.
Yeah, I do wonder if is Hugo really the man for this system, and if he's not, do I send him back and then I can get someone else in on loan? Gilmore's injured.
Billy Gilmore's out for a bit as well. No, I've said before we need to have a chat about Billy Gilmore.
Okay, that's true.
Is this a team for now, or is this a team for the future, James?
I really would like to get to a playoff final this season. That's what I want.
Right. We're not a creche, and I feel like our development of Billy Gilmore is fantastic, and I'm sure Chelsea appreciate that. But at the same time, is he cut out right now for the Championship? Now I know in real life he's excelled, but
a lot of our good performances, he's been brilliant in them. It's more his sort of durability, his stamina.
That's what I mean. Physically, is he ready? And the Championship's a physical league.
Yeah.
These worries when you first brought him in, I was around for that.
So is it just like using him at the right time? And maybe you get to a point where we go, because if this tactic can work for us, then Burn can be the starter. Yeah. And then from there on, we're you can use Gilmore here and there. Yeah,
no, I think you're probably right. I think you've got a nice combination actually with like the likes of Cameron too. Right, so Cameron's there. He's not going to play every game. You know, he's a bit older these days, right? How old is Jeff Cameron? I feel like he's been around forever.
Jeff Cameron, yeah, he is. He's 32, maybe 33.
32. So it might be a case of you give him sort of 70. You say, Jeff, give us 70. Billy, give us 20. You know, hound them.
Well, very different physically, those two, though.
Yeah, I guess it might depend on opposition and how the game's going. But again, that's why you start on balance rather than positive.
Yeah. And I guess he can be... Do you think that system could work with a DLP?
Yeah. Have you not got one already? You got a Mazzala,
So we've got
defensive
Mazzala,
midfielder, wasn't it?
BBM, and a defensive midfielder.
Defensive midfielder.
Get me using all the letters.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, you've come a very long way
Thank you.
from the first couple of episodes that I tuned in for.
Do you know what? Can I just ask this because there was super chat? I don't want to let people down when it comes to super chats. Even if it's a dig at me like Luke's was, which was good. I feel like we talked it out. Hopefully, I haven't upset it.
We addressed that.
Charlie Taylor. Ben must confess to James his last season at BVB, which is not a position. That's a faulty.
Don't know. Yep.
No clue.
I mean, I can't. Is it story time? I had a substantial lead in Germany. I spent 3 years in Germany during the glory. Go watch it, by the way. I mean, by all means, spoilers if you're catching up, which I know thousands of you are.
Yes.
It didn't go brilliantly. I was in a position where it seemed unimaginable that I wouldn't secure the Bundesliga title, and I didn't secure it, James. That's the situation.
Yeah, the actual nuance of the story can be found out on the Dr. Benji FM YouTube channel.
Catch it while it's free, gang. Catch it while it's free.
Greenio, James, do you like fish fingers? I love the food. Fish fingers.
No, this is my viewers again, James. I'm so sorry.
Is this your go-to? Is that your go-to snack mid Twitch?
No, I've been doing a lot of streaming recently.
Yeah.
You might see bagpipes mentioned occasionally. That'll baffle you. Harmonicas, of course. I've got it at hand. If needed.
Lovely.
But fish fingers recently. Someone started a rumor in my chat that I was afraid of fish fingers.
I love that. That's amazing. I love terrible little storylines that become a thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
So now,
like John Eustace being a snake. It's amazing.
And I want to get out there to as many avenues as possible. I'm not afraid of fish fingers. Never have been afraid of fish fingers. Love a fish finger. All right. So whoever made that rumor up and has continued it for about 3 days now. Can we stop it? Can today be the day that we end it?
Yes, yeah, that's enough now. Enough of the fish finger chat.
Can you tell them, James? Because I feel like they're not listening to me.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's like, with banter. Yeah. If you bite, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Bright say Samuel. His future is unclear. I mean, I'd like to keep him.
Tell people to behave.
I don't really. Do I just offer a new contract, I guess? Contract extension clause.
Yeah, do that, because it's basically a free way to give him another year.
Bingo.
Yeah, you can actually put that into contracts. You can do like 3-year extensions that you can just trigger automatically. So if you bring in like a superstar wonder kid, you can get him on a 5-year contract and then put a 3-year extension in. So you essentially tie him down for 8 years, and there's nothing you can do.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'll keep an eye on that. Will Brazier, would you like to be a player? Loz turned it down, but you can become an under-18 player if you like.
It's very. It's quite arrogant, isn't it, to become a playing game? No, I won't do. No, I know my place.
Okay. Yeah, you're more of a mentor.
I don't want you having to explain to Clint Hill, whoever decides to turn up. Who's this Ben Carr? Who's not very good.
Yeah, no, he's got to play. He's a good friend. Yeah. Right, here we go. We're playing a game of football.
Good.
Here we go. This is important.
You might want to pick a 6th sub. Are you able to?
And that's why you're here.
A 7th sub. You've got
a first sub. Possibly Rangel, maybe.
Yeah, get him in there. Why not? In fact, we should probably make it slightly like Billy Gilmore's injured, so you're not really going to bring him on.
That's true. Let's go.
Fitness-wise, we're looking all right as well. Todd Kane's a little bit of a concern, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. But you just put Rangel on the bench, and Ball can play there if required. So
yeah, Billy Gilmore. So we're going to take Gilmore out. Luke Amos is a very easy swap in from there.
Absolutely.
Ilias Chair has been a constant talking point because I've struggled to get him near the team really, and when he has played, he hasn't really done too much. But in real life, he's a really exciting player, and a lot of people said, "Oh no, he's been great for me in my game," but I don't know where to fit him in. The only thing I wonder if he could do if we're going with this Mazzala role. He's a small guy, like physically not overly. Oh, he's not too bad on that, to be honest, but like. He's not strong. He's a small guy.
I think he's the sort of player that you bring on late doors. If you need to get Jeff Cameron off maybe and go slightly more offensive in the final like 30, 20 minutes, then you probably bring him on in that advanced playmaker role, and you flip the triangle, as Brendan used to say on that documentary. You flip the triangle.
Don't you know? So otherwise, That's the first time I've ever tried a Brendan Rodgers impersonation.
Yeah.
And the last.
Work on it. Work on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like anything, you can't be great at it straight away.
In 2 weeks, much like your football manager ability,
Yeah,
it would
imagine.
drastically improve.
Yeah. What is it? Top player. That's what he says, isn't it? Right. So we are set, I think. This is the tactic. Yeah. Run through it there. Playing out from the back. I had run at the defence, but we're taking that off.
Okay.
Countering. We're getting at them. We're dreaming big.
I like this. I feel how quick are Hall and Barber? How quick are they at the back?
They're the quickest we've got.
Oh, it's a high line, so you need them in there.
That is a slight concern. Actually, when it comes to the loan market, that might be a place for us to have a look, because even Tony Leisner, who is a good centre back and he's on loan, who we could maybe ask to come back, he's very slow. So
have you got players that are currently on loan at other clubs that you would actually want to use at any point? Because during transfer windows, sometimes you can recall those players.
Yeah, probably not, if I'm honest, because it's a lot of the younger guys. If anything, there's a few in the squad now that could go on loan.
Oh, really?
Youngsters like Remy.
Is there anyone we could sell? Is there any way we can start funding a potential big move for someone?
I mean,
what comes to after Brentford?
Yeah, let's play. This is your role. What would you like to say to the lads?
Tremendous. Passionately. Ooh. Let's give it that. Let's passionately say we're the underdogs here. That suits us down to the ground. Let's go and cause an upset.
How crucial are these team talks?
They've not loved that yet. Yeah, they're pretty important. Now what I'd do is go in on the defence, midfield and attack versions of the team talk. So you've done your initial team talk. Again, we'll go passionate. Okay. And we'll tell them, I have faith in you. Get out there. Make a difference.
Make a bloody difference, please.
Just like Statman Dave did.
Yes.
And I'll do the same in the midfield. Almost replicate that. So the theory throughout the whole team is the same. We are going to go out there. We are going to make a difference. Okay. They're chanting it as they go out.
Yeah. I love it. And all right, but okay, I see what you mean. So for the more kind of physical areas where you got to show that passion, you're putting that in them. But with the attacking guys, you want them to sort of stay a bit more.
Yeah, with Troy here, we could always be calm. So with the attack team talk, we could calmly say, "Come on, Troy, you've got this. You've got the ability. Showcase it."
Okay, should we try that?
Do you want to get ahead of Harry Kane at Spurs or what?
Calmly.
Yeah, I have faith in you. Yeah, I've got faith in you. He'll love it, ready? He'll love this.
He looked happy. He did look happy. He did seem happy.
As like that.
Right, guys, as we go into the tunnel, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. The 5-year plan kicks into gear here now, hopefully. This would be unbelievable if we could do anything against Brentford. I'm actually expecting a defeat, I'll be honest.
Have you got assistant instructions set?
I thought I did.
I'm just checking, really.
Can I send my assistant to this for this nonsense? Because this tunnel crap is doing my head in.
You can set your assistant to take control of these at all points, so you never have to deal with a tunnel.
You don't even have to click that send.
Yeah, we'll do that after this. I'll write that down.
Jot that down. Get a pen. Pop your harmonica down. Huge game. Absolutely massive game. Hold on, lads.
Big game there. But we're away at Brentford. Let's remember who we are.
With my shouts, the only one that seems to get them going is get creative.
Yeah. Jamal Moore's pretty good.
Yeah. I think they're quite a mentally weak side, if I'm honest.
Do you?
I do worry for them.
Is there anyone in particular?
Yeah. Well, I think it jars just a little bit like Hugel when he does play. I think he's proper northerner, so he's just like, what is all this get creative nonsense? Like, I wish you would demand more from me. And then the others
play more direct.
Yeah, exactly. 20 minutes in, I'm happy with this. Away from home, and here we go. We've gone away from the 2D because it wasn't working for me. I get it's a touch laggy, but put it in.
Oh, go on. It's a big chance.
Oh no! Look at them come.
Yeah, the
5 against
the line is
1.
high, James. The line is high, and we're holding on. I'm going to be it's 1-0.
It's Brentford. It's Brentford. We never beat Brentford away. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. Yeah, the high line there is optimistic.
Is that more of a problem against better teams?
Yeah, because you're giving them a lot of space, right? You're giving them a lot of space. You're unbalanced. I'd straight away. Let's go to defensive. Let's Let's anchor down for a bit.
Kicker, right. Come on, win the ball. They're a good side. They are a good side.
You can see that.
Yeah.
That's all right though.
Now we can
if we limit them to shots from outside the box, we're giggling. Okay. We're happy with that.
Get on the ball, lads. Do something. We seem anxious.
People are saying the Benji effect already, James. Let's demand more. Get on one of the shouts.
Okay.
Let's tell them. Look, it's all right so far, but we're a goal down. And after this,
Okay, we're fine. We got the ball. Come on, Wallace.
Already
Nothing
loving
silly.
it.
Go on, Eze. Do your thing.
We're
just giving it away here, guys, a little bit. This is typical QPR against Brentford. We never beat them away from home.
decent press. Rico Henry, though, he's a very good player on this game. Very good.
Who, Ben Rami?
No.
Oh my God! Is it the bar and we're surviving?
It's all right, though. If it's not a goal, it's not a goal, James. We can't let him have shots. Let him hit the bar.
Okay, that's fine.
This is getting more worrying now.
Yeah. Good save. We're fine. We're fine. I believe in the tactic. We seemed focused after the feedback. I didn't give any.
No, you did. You told him to demand.
I did. I can't even stay track of it now. I'm a mess.
It's all right. Tough. Management's not easy, James. If it was, we'd all be doing it.
Growing pains. That's what this is. Growing pains. It's fine. All right. Come on, lads. I mean, 1.5.
I actually think that's been a good half.
Go Italian. Damage limitation, says Fletch.
Yeah, I've got a tactic called Go Italian.
It's really?
It's not something to be proud of.
Come on, guys. Pop the ball about.
This is nice, though.
Better.
This is nice.
Cameron to Manning.
Come on.
Manning out to Wallace. It's a lovely through, but
Nice.
where's
Very
through?
nice.
Oh! Needed to finish that. He's 8 yards out. Come on.
Yeah.
Poor. We've got a corner, though. I can't see it scoring.
Ooh.
Doesn't normally happen, does it?
No, corners on Football Manager, they're not that effective. But
another corner. We're going to get done on the break again.
This is what happened in the first goal. He's quick, isn't he?
He's walking through us. Good Lord.
It's a great save. It's a great save.
Don't get done in
We're bottling it. We're not bottling it. Brentford are a good side.
Yeah, come on, lads. The Benji effect is Fletch. Sam Gibson wins off.
It's not good goalkeeping. I've observed that. Pontus Jansson.
It's Brentford. I've got to say that because there's maybe we need different options. I mean that is just a set piece. Good Lord.
Yeah, and on some level, you're not as bothered about conceding set pieces because you can't necessarily account for that. You've not been outdone. Just a little bit of naivety. You're giving them a chance, and they've taken it.
Oh dear.
But overall, right? How do you want to approach this, James? This team talks massive. If there's any chance of coming back into this, we've got to get this bang on.
I think. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like their morale is generally pretty low after some rogue team talks from Jack Mate in the previous stream. We went cautious. We went reluctant. I think we tried everything.
Yeah,
there wasn't a consistency there. So I would like to stick with that. I mean, 2-0 at half time is not great.
All right. Let's go at them calmly. Let's let them know we're not cross, but let's say we expect a little more. So I expect to see a better showing from you in the second half. All right. It was okay.
Woo!
I said it calmly. They are loving it, frankly.
They are fine.
And because it's gone so well, let's leave it there. Tactically, just before we move on, we may want
defensive
to
line.
have a think about defensive line is
Maybe
it's bold. I'd bring the attacking line slightly down and the defensive line slightly down as well. And then send us back
maybe is that because it's balanced? Because that's not actually even as high. I'm not saying we should.
No, it can go high. If you change it to a more positive or attacking, it'll go high.
Yeah. But maybe
let's bring it back a bit.
So we went balanced. That's why it was like that. That makes sense.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So how do we feel about
that? I'll bring the attack slightly lower.
Okay.
I'd get as close together.
Why is that? Why is that?
Mainly because what I saw in the first half, Troy Parrott is quite isolated from Eze and I would definitely call him BOS because it's. How do you say the first bit of his surname?
Bright say Samuel. But yeah, boss is fine.
I say, okay, that's quite easy. I can deal with that. You want them closer to him, really. And what you'll do, because we're quite a possession-based side from what I've observed, we're all a little bit closer together now. So we're not playing as many long balls. We're trying to work it through. In possession, very briefly.
Yes.
I think.
Are we staying defensive?
Yeah. I think playing a quick game, high tempo against a team like Brentford, it's a little bit too panicked. And Brentford, they're good in panicky situations. They're good in
on the counter
mayhem.
They're frightening.
So let's slow things down just a touch,
okay.
And then let's send the boys back out. And they've got a chance to show here that they're not just, a bunch of bottle jobs. They've got some ability.
Okay, I like
Here
it.
we go. Here we go, James.
Come on.
How do you feel that's gone?
I mean, we're 2-0 down, which isn't great. We could have done without having Brentford first, but actually, this is the nuance I need. I need to learn, and I need to be able to change according to the opposition. I'm still living in 2003, 2004, where I just go, well, that's my team, and it does well. Do you know what I mean?
It's all about realistic expectations. We could find ourselves back in this. If they break from the corner again, that is becoming an issue.
Yeah.
All in.
Yes! Oh! Come on!
Early. We're back. We're back
that's
already.
Huge. And do you know what I think as well? What I like is the squish effect is a good idea because time and again the forwards have been isolated, and we've got a complete forward in Parrott there who can go both ways. So I quite like that idea.
Eze's having a poor game.
Yeah,
but then he's such an impact player that it's tough to get him out in it. He's so.
Every time I see that name, Ben Rama, which gives me chills. He's frightening. Good, we're fine.
Good save.
Maybe on the break. Maybe on the break. Could it be ours? Wants to roll it out. We want to play, and we are.
Yeah.
Great ball to Kane. Go on, son.
If this comes,
can you find someone? Can you find someone? No, you can't. That is useless.
Individual errors.
I guess if you're a bit more squished together as well, are you a bit more you're not going to get done on the counter attack as much?
No, yeah, because the line's slightly deeper now as well. I mean, that's a good ball up. The hold up plays everything from Troy.
Oh yeah, go on, son! From Troy. Put it in! Oh,
flipping heck! Goodness me. Robin in the chat. I can tell you're excited. We all like Nico's content. I don't think there's any need for this level of spam.
NDL, I've seen this before. Is that what this is? Is that what this is?
Yeah,
yes! Wasted.
Oh, come on.
Forget the chat. We're back in business. Yes, Benji. Away from home. Surely not. Surely we can't do something against Brentford.
Oh, what a strike that is, by the way. That's top notch.
In there. Oh, mate. Magic wand being
used there. Can we sort Robin out? Because Batman's clearly let him just go wherever he wants today.
Yeah, we can't be having this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe a timeout. Do you need to go a timeout, Rob? In the middle of the game, I can't be doing this right now.
No, it's very straight. It's not so unnecessary.
You're being hidden.
He's got what he wanted.
70 minutes. Okay. 70 minutes. We need to pause. I'm burning them out again.
Oh, blimey, yeah, let's calm down.
I can't, it's not working.
Can we not pause?
My computer's...
As soon as we can pause, James, let's do it.
I'm trying. It won't do it.
Press spacebar.
I've done it.
Right, you've done it. Spacebar will pause for you, by the way.
I was pressing spacebar, it wasn't working.
We saw some... Now, the problem we've got now, James, we're in a position...
Come on, lads!
We're quite happy with 2-2.
A little bit... Oh, mate, don't say that to me.
I think now you have to decide... What we want
no.
Do we want to go for it, James? And if we do, I'll give you the tools to do that.
Wow.
But if you want to settle for the point,
I mean, do we? Apart from sort of fitness changes, do we really want to change it? We just scored 2 goals.
Yeah, it's a valid question. Are we in a position currently to win this game? I think we probably are. I think the only change I'd maybe consider is the experience of someone like Mark Pugh.
Yes.
It'd slow it down a little bit.
Eze's not at his best. Oh, he scored a goal. He's on 8.3 now. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'll say Samuel on the other side. Mark Pugh's more natural position, I think, as well.
Yeah, he can do both. He can do both. But
that might be the move late on. A little bit of experience.
Is it okay to make him supportive instead, just because that suits him a touch better? Or
I'll keep him in the attacking role.
What's a Raumdeuter? What is that?
Raumdeuter. It's basically Thomas Muller at Bayern years ago.
Space Investigator.
Yeah, Space Investigator. Which I think that I'd like it if they called it Space Investigator.
That would be much better, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, guys, something's happening here. Come on, the lads. Right, so he's gone off.
What a win this would be. I feel it.
Oh, that would be amazing.
The chat's going to erupt when we win this. I can't wait.
Did you say Billy? What, Gilmore?
No.
Oh, sorry.
He's not even on the bench.
No, yeah, he didn't even make it onto our bench. It was injured. Sorry, I'm overexcited.
He's carrying a knock.
Todd Kane, 65%. Is that okay? Lee Wallace, 65%.
The problem you've got is you've not really got anyone who's going to come on who's sharp.
Yeah, I agree.
Fit, so you don't really want to risk him. He's played the game. He knows he's got the rhythm. He's got the tempo. He knows what he's doing. So I think we keep him out there for now. And if he costs us, then we'd never see him again.
Okay. Although, yeah, he has been playing well for us. So I will say, people saying, go for the win. Look, let's keep it calm here.
Now's not the time.
In a way, I am going for the win by keeping calm here.
Yeah.
And we're going to keep the same mentality. Come on, lads. Let's do this. Here we go. We're playing.
Let's play ball. 10 minutes.
I would love to beat Brentford away. I literally have never seen this happen in my life.
They're uninterested. They're losing the plot over on their side.
Oh, give the ball away. No. That's fine. We've got the ball
save.
now.
Well held.
Keep it going.
Well
Keep the highlight going. Come on, lads.
That is an ambitious throw, and I tell you what, he's found the man.
That's Pew. Pew with the through ball. He's in. Oh. Is that the highlight?
They're on the ropes,
We're still
Brentford.
going. We're still alive. Here's over the ball.
Come on, mate.
Got it.
Make something happen.
Come on.
Okay. Again, we've got to remember who we are. We're defensive. So we're playing on defensive then. We still scored 2 goals. That's what I mean. Defensive doesn't mean...
Fascinating.
Doesn't mean that you are just not attacking ever. It just means your base is solid.
Yeah. And that is what we need. Oh.
What a point.
Oh, at the last minute. Oh, I'm begging you. Put it in. Oh.
I'm fuming.
Oh,
Referee.
I would have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind. Oh.
We could do without this highlight, frankly. Oh, look at them.
They're on the shameful. At home. Come on. Don't let this be the end. Don't be the end.
5 seconds. It'd be unbelievable.
Surely not. Get the cross in, Sam. Keep playing. Don't go. Oh,
all right. Well, that's good. I'll tell you what. We'll take that. And in that second half, we were far better. It was asked to win. Oh.
There's a touch of regret in me, but actually, I would have been gutted if we'd lost that. I would have been gutted. Yeah. I really would have.
Look, let's face it. Brentford, that's put a stop to their little run, I imagine. So that's not bad. Brentford will be unhappy that they couldn't hold on to the narrow win. I predicted before the game, but credit to QPR for battling until the final whistle. Said the press. Said Beatrice from Sky Sports News.
Kind of 800 of you watching that incredible draw. Thank you very much. I think that's the best we've had so far, mate. So obviously people love you very much.
And if you are watching at the moment and you've not liked this the old stream so far, hit it. Like they call it a like spike, James. Let's have a like spike. We're on 143. Nice. Let's rattle it up. So at least let's smash through 300. I've got the belief in you, gang.
That's good. I
know what you're capable of.
Oh.
Anyway, good. I think this team talk should come from the manager. End of the game. Okay. James, this should come from you. Okay, this is where I feel like sometimes the assistants have had too much say.
Right, I hear what you're saying. So I mean, look, I can't even hide it. I'm a passionate guy.
Yeah,
with a lot of people are on by avoiding defeat out there. Well done. They seem delighted.
Look at that. They loved it. They loved that as well. Do you know why, James? Because they can tell it's real.
Yes, exactly. People think this is fake. It's not. It's real. It feels real. Right. Mate.
They're all delighted.
I'm buzzing. I'm loving it. How are we feeling in the chat, guys? How are we feeling? Also, because we'll have about a week now, obviously, not literally, we'll have about 5 minutes till the next game. So if you've got any, that is a long stream. Yeah. So let us know any questions. Obviously, Dr. Benji is. It's like this morning. We've got Dr. Benji in the studio today. He'll be answering your questions. So if you've got any questions about Football Manager, we can all learn a hell of a lot here today, because now I know that I literally cautious defensive approach wasn't an option for me. My eyes have been opened. It's like, you ever seen those videos with the children that have been given a hearing aid for the first time and then they can hear?
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. Yeah. That's how I feel right now.
I watched one. So I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm just going to pretend I've not seen anything. Carry on. Because if I get it wrong, it could end up we could have another donation, which isn't always.
This is backfired. I
didn't think I was particularly good.
I just said you played well. It seems like we differ. What makes a good?
I'm glad you think you can do better, mate. Let's see it then. Let's see it. Just let me concentrate on the game. You go concentrate on your game, Abire. We're not here to fall out for that. We're on your side.
That is actually that's
soured that a bit.
Soured it really has. That's a real shame. I didn't need that. I was on a high.
If he'd been manager for longer, he wouldn't have done that. He's picking on you there, I think.
Yeah.
He's testing you, and I think you've passed that.
You can test me. You can test me all you want in the reserves.
Before we go further, James, I wrote down tunnel interviews.
Yes.
We'll just fix that absolute abomination.
Okay. Yeah. Because it shows a side of me that I'm not proud to show, but I can't.
I see it, and it's not you. It's not you.
It's not what I'm about.
No. So they don't get the best of you either in those tunnel interviews. I think we go to staff, if I'm not mistaken.
Responsibilities.
And then responsibilities, and I think it's match. It might be media, but I think it could be match. Oh no. So look here. These things. Touchline instructions. For any matches. All right. Yeah. Maybe it was. Maybe it's media. My apologies. It would make sense because it's an interview.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Tell interviews. Delegate that. Bingo. Who do you think will do it well? John.
Let's get John off that. Neil Banfield, I like.
Love that.
Experience.
Is he no nonsense?
20 years at Arsenal, he was.
Yeah. Okay.
And now he's
been around.
He's moved over with Warbs, and then Warbs obviously disappeared. Imagine if I could get Warburton on. That would be amazing.
Right.
I'm not gonna have anything.
Blackburn coming up. I've got a thought in mind. Let's go to the scouting centre. I'm just curious to see if there's any. Maybe there's Premier League players in sort of under 23 squads that are looking to play. They've had 4 months or whatever in the 23s. If we switch over to players at the top.
Hang on, let me just.
What are we doing?
Put a user in timeout for a bit.
Oh, is it Robin again?
Robin.
I've said your name now, so you know you've won your competition. Well done. Less of that next time. Be respectful.
So sorry. Here we are in the scouting.
Yeah, go to players at the top.
Yeah.
So you've got scouting centre. You've got players, player search. This will kill any computer or laptop doing this, by the way, but we have to do it. If you click off transfer and click onto loan.
Right, we go for a loan.
And then let's take a look. And also, you see the little cog next to loan?
Yes.
Change that to doubtful.
Doubtful?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're seeing
why doubtful? See, well, as in like it's unlikely you get them because they're so good.
Yeah, but yeah. So if you go and edit search quickly, we can open it up to everyone. I think you've been looking at centre backs recently. Yeah, defensive midfielders. So clear that at the bottom.
God, he's good.
Clear that down the bottom.
I thought I just did.
Yeah, it'll take a second because it's now loading in all the players that you can potentially get.
I see.
And now, all of a sudden, we are greeted with a list of players that may well
change the face of this.
I don't want to say resurrect, but will change the course of this season.
Yeah, we're just sort of stuck in second gear, really.
Yeah, we are a little.
So I didn't realise that was a friend's lyric.
Is there a position in the first team that you think needs an injection?
I mean, we could have. I think if we had that, we need that Van Dijk guy who's like. I'm not saying Van Dijk. I'm saying like Van Dijk. Who has got the pace to allow us to be a lot sturdier. Although tactically, you've seen the tweet there. I'm excited to see how that all play itself out in other games. But centre back I think has been a problem. I don't think Loz was concerned with the centre backs. Left back we haven't got a lot of depth, and up front we maybe need a different option. Troy Parrott's quite tall, Hugel's tall, Edmondson's tall. So if we wanted someone who's a bit more like Narky Wells, who we had in the squad at the start of the season, but is now at Bristol City, so we don't have him, then someone like that might be good. Yeah,
I'm thinking. See, I'm seeing Fossey Mensah there. You mentioned Van Dijk. You may have a Dutch centre back that might fancy it. You know, at United. Is he any good? I don't really know.
Sorry, who? I mean, God, he's been around a lot. I don't know. I don't think we could afford him, but I guess on loan it might be different.
Yeah, a loan deal till the end of the year. We're talking about centre backs that we can maybe attract. This might be our guy.
He would be a great shout, actually. Pace is good. He's strong.
He's physical. He's technically not great, which is a bit annoying.
Can he be? I mean, is that? I guess we're playing out from the back. That is a problem.
I wouldn't want him in my back line with those technical attributes defensively. I'll be honest.
Okay, if you're looking to play out from the back, what do you need?
You're looking for someone who's firstly. If you click the centre back position on his positions section, you'll see where he's most adept in terms of centre back. So he's not really a ball player.
No.
And if you click the ball player one, you'll see what's required. So passing will probably come up, probably composure will be a part of that. Then so that's what you're looking for really. Positioning.
Not good.
It's frustrating because he's not terrible, but he's not quite technically there in terms of heading and marking. We're talking about Billy Gilmore. Like this is almost the opposite. Like Gilmore's technically good enough, but physically not quite there. Whereas Fossey Mensah's physically there, but not technically there.
Okay,
which is a frustration.
Keep looking.
He's like your perfect sort of fifth, but like fourth, third choice centre back, really.
Yeah.
Should we scroll down a bit, see if there's anyone else because we're quite high value actually.
James Garner. 18.
Any other centre backs?
Can we trust 18-year-old centre backs?
Is he good? I mean, if he's good, then maybe. Let's take a look.
Passing's good.
Yeah, he's not quite there.
Poor pace.
He's not quite there. Kevin Long at Burnley. Obviously, Penoranda's there, by the way.
Oliver Skip.
At Watford.
Penoranda. Is he amazing?
He's unbelievable.
Really? We just don't need him, though, do we? Really? Oh my god.
Well, I know, but he's. If we look for a loan contract here, let's see. Go on transfer and loan offer. Make an offer and then let's see. You switch it to loan at the top. You'll find out what they want. So they want you to pay all 32. We ain't doing that, James.
Yes.
So
get out.
Get out of there. We've embarrassed ourselves enough. What we apologise.
Yeah.
Should have come to this meeting.
I missed out on someone previously for that. A DJ TV, all the way from New Zealand. It must be very early there.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you, mate, for watching. That's great. Hi, Get Dembele from Celtic's Youth Academy. I think that's a good shout. Maybe not for this one. Maybe for the in the summer. I think going forward we've got a lot of good players. I think we need a touch more defensively. Tanganga. Yeah, could be an option.
Should have a little bit more of a scroll. We're still looking at players here that are worth sort of 5 mil. So there might be someone that is just maybe they come back from injuries.
Long from Burnley.
He's probably not bad. He's pretty good.
Passing 10 is worse than Fosu Mensah.
He's not particularly quick, but his marking, heading, and tackling were solid. There's not a lot in terms of centre backs coming through.
Any centre backs? Let us know in the chat.
I'll read a few through. Ben White, someone suggested. Is that left back? Ben White. Not sure.
Left back might be an option. Getting into the cheaper.
I think they need to be available. People are suggesting Danny Graham as a striking option.
He's one of your men. I would never touch him.
But he's I don't know if he's available, James. We should do it right now. I'll put it that way. He's basically Hugo, but on a different level.
Yeah, exactly. Charlie Taylor, who's constantly been a supporter, so I want to give him the respect he deserves by checking out Jeremy Frimpong.
Oh yeah.
Defender right. Okay, not really the centre back.
We don't know much. He's physically looks like he's going to be pretty good, but I mean, do we need a right back at the moment?
Probably not.
No.
Good work rate. I think that's important to me.
He's potentially someone to try and loan in next year.
Yeah, we'll scout him.
If you're looking to let's get some info on him. Let's find out what's happening.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's for now.
Striker-wise, we're struggling a bit here.
Danny Graham.
Cuco Martina.
Sorry, James. There's a knock at my door. Hello.
That's fine.
He's got a cup of tea. It's excellent.
Danny Graham.
This is the other assistant manager, the true assistant manager. Pop that down there. Thank you very much. Not on the mouse pad. No, sorry, I'm joking. Thank you.
That's the least you can do after you did the big shop.
I was doing that's on the other side. Yeah, I did the big shop earlier. That was good, wasn't it? Yep. Proud of me? Yeah. I work hard, don't I? Ignored that.
In
a couple of hours. Is that right?
That's probably where you get your man management skills there. She's keeping your morale very high there.
I usually delegate it to my assistant.
Todibo, Albin Olverborn says Tobido. Oh, hang on, let me just see this one. Cuco Martina, tackling 15, passing not great again.
No, not particularly quick.
What's he called? Todibo.
Right, let's check this one out. Todibo.
I need a centre back, guys. Lend me your. What have I just done?
That must be him, right? Jean-Claire Todibo.
Let's get out of that. Am I going the best way of doing this? Tobido.
You might need a bit more.
Yeah, that is lazy, isn't it? Oh, come on, where is he? I haven't got him.
No, he was.
Lies.
I think
Lies.
He was there. I think he was there.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, because you put it's Todibo, not
Todibo.
Todibo.
See, well, I mean,
it's what the assistant's for.
I'm not a journalist. I'm a football manager.
Like this. Yeah.
Richard Dunn. God, I wish I could get Richard Dunn. What from Schalke to be Todibo? Here we go. Ooh.
Oh, blimey, he could. I mean, he might be amazing.
Valued
but he's on loan at Schalke from Barca, so it's never happening. I mean, it's a dream, is what it is.
Yeah. There was do you know? I think it was a guy called Tom. He was saying Sean Maguire.
Sean Maguire.
Not the our older viewers will remember Sean Maguire of Grange Hill, and I think he was in EastEnders as well, wasn't he? Striker though. Do we need a striker? Penalty taking's good.
No, he's not as good as Danny Graham. I mean, he is good, but again, we're not going to be able to get him. It's unrealistic.
Not going to get him on loan as well. Yeah. We're
I
struggling.
can't end this. I can't be part of the stream and not look at Danny Graham.
Okay, let's do it then.
Because if he's available, then
he allowed that.
Well, basically.
How old do you? At what age do you stop calling yourself Danny?
Yeah, he must have been Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, Jane, right, here we go. Yes, yes.
Do you actually want me to sign him? I mean, you're helping me a hell of a lot. If you feel like I need to sign him.
Is exceptional. And if we're looking for hold-up play, this is our guy. Let's take a look at what they want for him. He's listed, and he's only 110k. Remember, I had him at Inter Milan, James, and we won the Champions League.
Really?
Spoilers. Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Totally.
Oh, hang on.
If you try to loan him, what do they say? But you might be able to buy him for 61,000 right here. Can we afford that?
Not listed for loan. So what do they want?
6,000 a week. Can we afford that on the plane? James, I'm not sure you're fully behind this.
Yeah. Are you sure?
No. I am. He's never done me wrong. Apart from when he didn't reply to my Instagram.
Just no in the chat. No.
It's fine. It's one guy saying it 3 times. He does not count. The rest of the chat, they're on board for this.
Okay, so hang on. In terms of wage contribution, so what that month is that? Sorry, was that monthly per week?
Yeah. So where it says playing wage percentage, what can we offer there? Right, that's an issue. But what we can do instead is we can do a monthly fee.
We can do a monthly fee
of maybe 26k, which is fine.
26k.
What is it? You've got to do an unused monthly fee and a playing monthly fee.
Is that the same thing?
So if they're both 26, it'll be fine. Okay. And then you see that monthly contribution at the bottom right there. It's already done. We're in.
We're in. Do I suggest? Do I make?
Yeah, absolutely. They will accept that straight away. I'm getting text.
What is going on here? You've got Troy Parra, one of the most exciting young talents, and he's going to be gazumped by Danny Graham.
James, I don't want to any arguments here.
Get him in. A lot of people saying get him in.
Drew Brentford, remember?
Yeah.
The DVD of that'll be out soon, viewers.
854 people watching. I know a lot of these people are Dr. Benjy fans. They are not.
Come on, viewers.
They are not my fans. If I can get a like spike to 400.
Come on.
We're on 281 at the moment. We can get to 350, then that's enough for me. I understand that he's actually got something to offer.
James. We're hitting 400. These guys have got accounts, so you will be liking the stream, whether you like it or not.
Well, it hasn't moved yet. I don't know if it's just like...
No, it will. It's just catching up. Right, finalise that offer.
All right, okay, here we go. It's starting to move.
By the time we check back, it'll smash the 400.
Okay, we'll finalise the offer. We'll make the final call.
Come on.
Oh, my God.
This is great. This is what we're all about. This is it.
Oh, good Lord.
Excellent. So that's one in, and that's cost us nothing. That's almost like getting a free. That's like getting a gift in a cracker. That's what it's like. Better than the cracker gifts, obviously. I mean,
yeah. And sure. Where is it? I can't find. Oh, the calendar sales are going to go through the roof as well. With Danny, look at it.
By the way, we've just smashed through the 400 mark, James. Done. Right.
Oh my God.
Easy, not a problem. Right. We'll hit 500 by the end of this stream.
I need 600 for him to play. He's just gonna rock.
Hang on. All right, I'm tweeting it out again.
Oh my God. Danny Graham is becoming a part of this story. I did not expect that at the start of this stream. Good
I don't want it. And if I see any, and I'll be watching. If I see any assistant managers coming in here, giving it the big one, going, I don't think Danny Graham was the right signing, they'll be hell to pay. Let me tell you.
You've done very well. There's what's it called? I think it's called like the jab hook approach, where you give and then you take with the big right hand, and you've done that. Deal of the decade, as some people are saying. Oh my God, this is a game changer. Oh my word, the offer has been accepted.
Of course it has. And Blackburn are fools. We should point out, absolute fools. Okay. On the squad then.
Right. So, I mean, there we go. It's done. He's in.
This is my Billy Gilmore.
Okay.
Right.
What story?
If Duty can do it, so can I.
Right. Let's get to a game.
Once again, that was a terrific point against Brentford. We should say a lot of teams would lose that game and have. In
the chat, there's been I don't know if it's the same person, but a lot, or maybe it's a few people. Scott McKenna. Is this another one of yours?
No, it's not.
Okay. Aberdeen centre back.
No, but the cost involved. If we were promoted, James, then this is one of the first guys you'd probably go to.
Scout him as well. I'll scout him and pretend that I'm going to look at that scout report at a later date.
Do you have to look at the scout report?
I'll do it when I need to. When we get to the summer for next year.
Yeah.
Guys, I should say this now actually. So I haven't decided how I'm going to do it, or how soon I'm going to do it. But I have created a Twitch profile. Yes. I think, all being well, there should be a link to that in the description. I think there is. Is there? So so as and when, and if you want to kind of stick with the story, and obviously the next year's the 5-year plan, I might be moving over to Twitch, and then could do some highlights packages, and then put that on here. But if you do want to follow me on that, I have no idea how you would do that, because I literally have no idea about Twitch. Right. But I'm obviously, you've seen I'm a fast learner, so I'm gonna get to grips with that.
It's 2020. You've probably got a Twitch account. Click the link in the description. Go on over. At the top of the page, there's an option to follow. Hit that. And then as soon as James goes live on Twitch, you'll be notified instantly by email or even on twitch.tv if you're already watching another streamer who isn't nearly as good as James, unless, of course, that is potentially.
Because, I think the only thing I want to be... I actually want to play more, but, like, in a more chilled out way, and maybe even play on my own. Who knows? So if I want to do that, or start, like... part of me wants to play, like, 97, 98. I've got some unfinished business with my my mate... Craig from uni. We just couldn't get our heads around it, and so just different games like that, or like Championship Manager 01, 02, or any of those those beautiful ones. And so I don't know. I just I set it up. I don't know if I'm going to use it. Don't worry about. I think next week we'll stay on YouTube for a bit, but in time I think I might make the move.
Did you want a physio, James?
I thought we needed one because we're getting a lot of injuries.
Is there space for one?
That's a very difficult question.
On the staff page. Blimey. Yes, there's space for 2. Let's get 2 in.
Amazing. Okay.
Good heavens.
I thought
if we sort it by physio at the top, we'll get the best ones. We'll see who the best ones are.
So what do? I click on...
At the top row that says PHY. Just click that and it should sort it. I'm hoping.
Oh, sorry.
It might not.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, did it?
Was that right?
Sure it did or not.
Oh, there. Sorry. I get you.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, so Abai Sanderson and Chris Skit, which is a great name. I'm thinking those guys, they're at the top of the tree. Let's leave Doncaster and Oldham's alone, but let's go after these boys. Let's get them straight in.
Lovely. Approach sign.
Yeah, done. £775 a week.
That's amazing.
You get.
That's a steal.
16% of Danny Graham for that.
Couldn't lace up his boots for that. Right.
Okay.
Do we need 2?
Yeah, let's get another one in.
Chris, it is all coming together, people.
Come on, Chris. Mini come, mate.
Hours, all of you have invested in this, thinking, what is he doing? Is he going to figure it out? Maybe I should give up on this dream. Now it's coming together as I'm having my hand well and truly held. Nearly went holded. Yeah. Held. Congratulations.
Bro, wow, that's big, you know. Call up.
Does that mean he's going to become difficult?
No, if anything, it might increase his value a bit. So if you ever look to sell him, then there might be a bit more on that.
Profit.
Of course, you could lose him to the African Cup of Nations. So
Stoke City have had an absolute nightmare. Steve McLaren.
Yeah. But they've had to respond because they've viewers. I want to see some excitement.
God.
Yes. Now the game begins. Now what we've seen before is almost a prequel to now, James. Welcome everyone, Danny Graham.
God, I've just signed Danny Graham.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And now we can find out just how good he is. Right, we don't have to look at the scout report anymore. So let's take a look. Let's. Oh,
click on him. You want me to click?
Yeah. Look at what. Hang on, we've not got him quite yet. We've got to continue one day.
Teamwork.
Yeah. Wow. But let's continue a day and then let's look again, and we'll just see.
Should we let Hugo go then?
Can you play them both? No.
No, we can't even. I've signed 3. No, I've signed 2 strikers. I've got another one on loan. No, I've signed 3 strikers, and we only play one up top.
The chat are loving it. They know what's happened. They've seen this before. They've seen this story.
Is something happening?
It's just another chapter.
Oh my god.
Just another chapter.
Announce promotion, says McJoe. Oh my word.
Look at this.
All right, let's play a game. It's been far too long. We played one game in this stream.
No, that's all right though. But we've learned a lot.
We have learned so much. I feel like I've had an MOT, and then right at the end, They've put fairy liquid in the
No, but we haven't. We've put a new speakers in. Is what we've done. We've got. It's already a great mechanical car, but what it needs is a little bit of jazz.
A little bit of jazz, yeah.
Right, Danny Graham, 3 stars, B-. The board can't believe their luck. It's like bringing in Zlatan, James.
What squad number will he best perform with? Number 4? No. Where is he?
Honestly, it's not about the number on the back, James. It's about the badge on the front, as you well know.
That's a great point. Great. Number 9 is available.
Oh, it's not because bloody Eagles got it.
Oh, hang on.
You already given Troy Parrott 39.
All right, 11. I'm not sure he's worthy.
Oh, 15's my favourite number, James.
Is it? Well, there we
go.
Oh,
yes.
What's that?
Yes.
Unregistered. Oh, I see.
What's the
Submit
number of Alex Oxlade?
squad numbers.
Come on.
Where am I right now?
We are in dreamland. James,
there's some convincing that you've.
No, this has gone brilliantly.
I can't.
This has gone
Get rid of Hugo. A few people saying.
Also, I've just realised, disappointingly, we've got Blackburn coming up, so we can't play in that
game. You've signed a foul out. Well, so is this the goodbye? So right, either Edmondson or Hugo, one of them's got to go now.
Okay, let's have a look then. Who? There's one. Yeah, you're probably right on this. We have to move someone on. If we sort it by position,
yeah, I'm doing it along.
And then we can figure out what on earth is going on here.
God, oh my God!
Right.
You got Hugo. Edmondson was the first signing. I think he's played 2 games all season, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's know in the chat. Hugo out or Edmondson? Where is Edmondson?
Yeah, is he even in the squad?
Have I put him in the under 23s by mistake?
Oh,
surely not.
Oh, good God. Oh, good God. Has he been there all year?
Or has he gone back? Did I send him back?
Have we registered Danny yet?
Yes, we have. Don't worry. I can't
just
see
say
him
he's
there.
not
That's weird.
registered there, James.
Maybe Edmondson's gone back.
On your view, you've got work rate selected.
Yeah, because I decided. I had a little moment to myself. I was like, I'm not happy with this. I want more. You know.
Yeah. What have you learned from doing that?
I learned who's got the work rate and that he's good to go. Edmondson's disappeared. I don't know if I sent him back.
Left?
Maybe. Who knows?
Right.
Maybe he went back because he got annoyed.
Okay, don't worry. Development centre much, James.
Edmondson's gone. People in the chat know my game better than I do.
Good. Get out. We've got a new man. There's a new man in town.
There's a new man in town. His name is DG.
Now, have you looked at the development centre?
I have not.
Of who's coming through down the bottom there on the left side.
Okay.
If you go on your under 23s, then you can check out the progress really of who's coming through.
So should I go via progress? Is that
more so ability or potential. So who's good now and who's going to be good in the future. That's
okay.
Or who's coming through?
So Paul Smith, when you asked me the question, who's the lone player that I might bring back? Paul Smith was like a revelation around the festive period, not last season, the season before, and did well for the rest of the season. Little guy, sort of bit of a live wire. Who's he like? A bit like a Jermaine Defoe, but a bit like a young Jermaine Defoe. But then, I think QPR, the club, have actually sent him out on loan a few times because they're like, get him the games, get him the experience. But the sort of jury's out if he could actually play at the at championship level. But he's got 4 stars when it comes to potential. I mean, he is the different option in terms of if you've got a load of big lads. If we want a sort of little nippy striker, he's the guy.
Is he a winger or a striker? Because it says there he's a winger.
He can play on the right, but he's for us he generally played. He can play him. I mean, he hasn't done that much for us. Maybe at Wickham that's what he's been doing.
Do we even have the option to bring him back? If you hover over see the contract or transfer, I'm not quite sure. It will have the option to recall. You could recall him if you want him back in the squad.
I wouldn't mind.
It's a different option, but that pace is lethal at this level. Work rate's good, off the ball's good.
We're about pace. Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
I think we might just get him back.
Okay. Yeah,
we might. I don't know if you want to streamline this squad a bit because we've brought in a few players. We've brought one in, brought one back.
There are some players like Remiote. I like him, and I think he should be out on loan. Really.
All right. Well, for now, what you can do is just stick him in the 23s.
Okay.
So we don't have to go on development. Sorry.
Sorry.
And then move to 23s.
Okay.
I mean, there might be a few other players that it might be worth doing this for.
Yeah, there probably is.
So they're good, not us. Like
Let me just make sure.
Dylan De Silva.
Yeah.
Oh
God, sorry.
Because realistically, some of these boys aren't.
They're not going to get anywhere near. You're right. Shadipo's another one.
Yeah, could be good in a couple of years, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. Move to the trees.
Any defenders? Yeah, you've got Kai Willard.
Yeah,
which is a great name.
Osman Kaikai. Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Oh no, sorry, I meant Woodlard Innocent.
Oh yeah, I brought him in because we played a. You can show you how far I've come. We played an intramural game, and
right,
and he impressed, as did Dylan De Silva. After that, everyone else is battling it out, I would say.
Yeah, if you see where it says Sky Bet Championship at the bottom right, if you just click the little arrow and get rid of that for now, we can then you'll see if you just click the little arrow. There you go. Now we've got the squad.
Oh,
now we've got there's no Deadwood in this team.
Fit. And most importantly,
team.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay. It's good. Moving in the right direction here.
Okay. So Sanderson set aside for QPR. Is he the physio we were bringing in?
Yeah, he is. Leeds.
For Leeds. Good God. You bring Danny Graham and you see what happens.
Sanderson set aside. Accept. Okay, guys. Do you ever look at that pre-match tactical advice summary?
A little bit, yeah. Like they're suggesting there we go attacking, which I don't really agree with. It's more of a guideline from Neil than it is you've got to do this.
Okay. Ben Pryor is saying we should get Chair out on loan. I hear what you're saying.
It's a move, but then
what if I need him?
That's what I mean. Are we looking to bring someone in short term to replace him? We've got a lot of loans if that happens.
Graham,
I don't think we do anything with him at the moment.
Calls for Graham to start. Paul Smith has been recalled. Here we go. That's great.
Is he registered as well? He might be young enough that he doesn't need to be actually.
Yeah, I think he is. He's an academy player.
Squad. All right. Hand that over to your assistant manager all the time.
Always.
Yeah, because John will put some work in for
tough game coming. I need more from you, Jeff. This is about the third time this has happened now, and I'm getting a bit annoyed. I'm going to be assertive with you now because it's enough. Lack of development, lack of over. It's that one. You're right. Well, if I'm right, then why do I keep having to talk to you?
He's a bit older. He's done a lot of training.
Serenity Torres. I see you trying to ruin my chat, and it's not going to happen. You are out.
If you want, James.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will work. If I type, hello, James. If you mod me, I'll admin this and get rid of them.
I've had problems with the moderating thing. I can add you as a moderator. There we go.
Yeah.
Infiltrating.
Then let me get to work on Elizabeth, and I don't mean in that fashion.
I just looked at that. I thought that. Oh my god! I think I've just made Sophie Reyes Natural Beauty a moderator.
Right. That's
not got removed
get rid of that
moderator.
pronto.
Yeah, she was underneath you. That was a night.
Before she hears that.
That could have been interesting. There we go. Dr. Benji is fine. There we go.
All right. Excellent. Now you're all in trouble.
Something is happening here. I mean, good or bad, who knows? Imagine we just kicked into gear. Oh. Leeds, this is it don't get much harder. Brentford then Leeds.
Again, it's tough. We can't really judge this whole campaign on this game. I've actually got Palace in the cup coming up as well. I heard what Jack said. So
what's he? Oh yeah, of course we need to stick around the cup, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good. A good finish on the win there. Oh,
here we go.
We're in a good place now. Right.
So 14th, we are. It's so tight, though, isn't it? Goodness me.
So let's make those changes that we. This was a problem, wasn't it? Well, so first of all, let's go defensive, right? Oh no, defensive, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, because obviously once you change it mid-game, it then resets at the start of every game.
And it was something like.
It was a little lower line-wise.
No, like that.
I think it was one up on defensive and then one down on attacking. Maybe it was quite tight.
So sorry. What further on the 18-yard line?
No. So it's down and higher.
Sorry.
A little bit, maybe like 3 notches, 2 notches, 3 notches. One. No, put that one up a little higher. Sorry, a little higher. and then bring the defensive line up one. We're not far off there. Okay. That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah, that is.
What else were we doing? We were playing a bit of a lower tempo, but we'll see. They're not Brentford, and of course they train this style.
We should go back to standard.
So we can lower that a touch.
Yeah.
And then I think we are fitness-wise just having a little look. Todd Kane again struggling a little bit.
Needs a breather at some point, doesn't he?
He's clearly vital. That's the issue.
Yeah, he's been good, and he's good on the overlap as well.
But what you can do, actually, I should have forgot to mention this. I'll write this down, but we'll do it anyway. Is you can rest players after the game, so that you give them a day off.
I think that would be good for the lads. Then they can have a proper night out on the Saturday and enjoy themselves.
And some of the boys like Angel Rangel, Luke Amos, you can set them for the 23s until they're match fit. So they will gain sharpness back from playing the 23s, and then they will keep playing for them until they're fit enough to just be a starter. But we need to take a look at this bench a minute, because it's not right, James.
Okay. Right, so we'll look at the bench then. The sex spots are back. Hi, guys.
All right, let me deal with that.
The bench. Yeah. So Pugh came on, was all right. Hugo was on the bench. Danny Graham can be involved. So is Danny Graham playing this game?
Well, we should. James, he's not registered. I knew this was an issue. Right.
I thought he had registered.
I don't know what happened. Hang on, you can't currently register him, does it say? I think you'll find we can.
Confirm, yeah?
Yes. Is he registered? Is he in, yeah? No, he's down the bottom. Stick in.
There we go.
And then confirm.
Okay, confirming. Yes. Probably too late now. Sorry, Danny.
Danny. No, I think it'll be all right. I think it'll still be allowed.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. It's a bit weird how it works. Get him on the old bench.
He's a bench for now. Bench for now.
Are you going to start him?
No, look. In Dr. Benjy, when it comes to this stream, I trust. So if you're that, if you're that sure about him, but I mean, look, first impressions are huge, aren't they? So you need to make sure, you need to make sure you make the right first impression when it comes to Danny Graham and me in this stream. Anyway, Gilmore is up to 90%, so we could bring him in.
Let's get him on the bench. I'll maybe get Amos off for Gilmore. He's back.
The other option would actually Ball can play. So Ball can play. That's the other thing to remember. Actually, Ball can play right back for us, and Grant Hall can actually play DM.
Okay.
So maybe we don't need another DM. I don't know.
Maybe.
Luke Amos can play DM as well.
Yeah, get Amos out for Gilmore, and then I'd change Rangel with Jack Clark maybe, because you've already got. Actually,
I'd like Amos to be knocking about.
All right, keep
so
Amos
I was going to take.
Then.
I was going to take. I was going to keep Ball and get rid of Angel.
Yeah, and then I'd maybe change Pugh for Clark.
Ooh. Against his old club.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, I mean, what story that would be?
Tasty. Okay.
Something to bear in mind.
All right. Do we feel good?
No, I think I've got rid of some of these absolute clowns.
Okay, I'm submitting. Right, guys, Here we go. If you are new to the channel, you're enjoying the stream, hit the subscribe button. It offers up extra luck going into the game, and it's a difficult game this one. We're playing Leeds United, who are third in the table. They love to pop it about, this team, and so actually I'm very pleased we've lowered our defensive line, because I think that has been a problem. And I think they would have absolutely tore us apart. Team talk time. So do we want... What was it? It was... So it was... No, you did this last time, didn't you? You were passionate.
Yeah, I went passionate early on. And I tried to G him up.
Should be winning without any problems. I know, look, we'll be keen to avenge what happened when we played Leeds. Go out there and express yourselves.
Yeah, I'll go for that. I think I like that a lot. Defensively now, we don't need to change anything. They're pumped.
They're pumped.
They're ready. They're motivated. They know the job at hand.
Let's do it.
I can't wait for it.
Oh, I do love it when they walk out. I've got to say.
Do you get a little bit?
I do. I get a buzz. Come on, the lads. Come on, the Rangers.
And no, we didn't have to do a tunnel interview.
Yeah, thank goodness. Well, I guess it wasn't a derby game. That's probably the thing.
That was the plot. Oh, yeah, maybe so. Right, here we go. The early stages already looking good.
Grant Hall throwing himself in front of a shot. That's good to know. Feels nice down here. I'd love a little Gegenpressing. That would be nice.
Perhaps we're starting in their half is always positive. Very willing runner, isn't he?
He really is.
Admire that.
He's the complete forward in my eyes.
Gotta admire it.
And the games. Come on, sneak the ball off him. Yeah, it does sort of look a touch more compact. I'm getting slightly nervous now. Don't dive in. Oh.
That's frustrating. That's a text to say I've got to go at the... No, I'm joking.
Your dinner's
annoying. Bamford. But we've been here before, James.
Yeah.
We've been here before. I think... See, strangely, I think, unlike the last game, I think we go to balanced from defensive.
What's giving you that urge?
So, purely because we're the home side, and that home advantage might prove important.
Hello. Todd Kane. He's in the box.
Go on.
That's a good strike.
It's mesmerising. Absolutely mesmerising.
Come on, lads. Grant Hall picked up a knock. I think he's all... It's a potential arm injury. Or is it, or isn't it? We're on the ball again. Right, go on, son.
I'm not sure you tell what potential arm injuries are.
That's a bad pass, but we've got it back. Eze to Burn.
Good area.
Go on, use that pace. Use that pace. That's a penalty, ref!
Oh, referee!
Given! Yes!
Lovely.
Come on.
Deserved, James. Deserved.
Eze, I do feel nervous when Eze takes penalties.
Is he not good at this?
He's missed 2, but he takes ours, and he's missed another one, and he will never, ever take a penalty again for this football club.
Idiot boy. What are you doing? Has he been practicing them? Quite clearly not.
Still got the ball. Surely we won't score from here.
I mean,
no.
It's a frustration.
God, they're confident. Popping it about like that.
Going for it.
Don't
They're giving press.
Oh.
Jeff's given he's taking the pressure off. As I there, I worry for players that miss penalties as well because they tend to get very frustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
but we'll see. We'll see.
He's been at like 50% score rate for penalties this season. It's not good enough, really.
Just hold him off.
Oh,
that's a good save.
Well done, Liam.
It's a good save.
Every decision counts, says Football Manager.
Not off.
Yeah.
Ball in. Defended well. They've got Leeds third in the division. One of the favourites to go up. So
comes in again.
Realistic
Can we break?
You've got to keep them.
Use that pattern.
Should
we get a shout out there?
Yeah, I demand a little more, much like we did in that first game.
Okay, come on, lads, give me a touch, just a touch.
Well, I like that, I think. Oh, hello. Hello.
Come on.
They've heard you.
I'd love a goal for half time. Are we all right with Grant Hall there with an arm injury? Do we need to worry about that?
Yeah, no, he'll be all right. We'll check him at half time.
Come on. We've got boys in the box.
Go on.
Yes! Oh, get in there! Come on, Rangers. Manning with the left peg. Bang, bang, bang.
Smashing it.
Get in.
Smashing it. There are so many of these bot things, by the way.
I know. I don't know how. I think I made a moderator one that actually opened the door to them. I can only apologise, guys. Don't worry. I know Kelly Gale. Piss off.
I'm glad you're a fan of the stream.
Yeah. Smash that like button on your way out. But get out all the same.
Yeah. What we need we need everyone else to be active in this chat so we can basically just ignore them.
And do you know what? The good thing is I know who I can trust now. So I can make some, at the end of this game, we'll make some new mods. I'm thinking Ryan Senior.
We need an army, James.
I'm thinking Ben Pryor. I'm thinking Melon Scam. If you want to be a moderator, write down the word moderator.
We need an army.
Come on, lads. Can we sneak a second before half time?
Yeah, so far so good. Great challenge there. Manning's up for this. He scored, didn't he? And now he's just all over it now.
He's loving it.
Confidence is well and truly high.
Popping it about Beelzebub. But do they know about Benjy and Allcott ball? They're finding out now. It's a great cross to...
It's the Allcott press is what it is.
Wallace is giving it away, and we could get done on the break here. I'd rather we didn't. That would be my preference.
Winger, in my opinion.
No! What a save that was!
Goodness me,
oh,
Kelly.
My word. Liam Kelly in the form of his life. Oh,
Kelly's unbelievable.
Let's get to half time now. That's it. Whack.
That's a good clearance. Lovely stuff. And that's, for my money, a good half. A very good half. Very, very even. Look at the state of that. Whew.
I'm very pleased with that. It does not get harder than this.
No, it doesn't.
Something is happening here. It's taken a while, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Crying out for Danny Graham, says Morgan Dwyer.
But Eze's the problem now because he's on a 6.4. He's missed a penalty. It's about his character. Let's sit in with the team talk then.
Okay, right. Let's do
see.
Let's do the
Grant
team
Hall's
first.
all right. He's got an arm injury. His legs aren't affected. So I mean, carry on, mate.
Okay.
I think we go passionate again, James, because that speaks of you. And we say we're pleased with how things are going, and they should keep that going. Keep it going.
I'm extremely delighted with that. That's great work. You know me, and you know the players very well.
Yeah, that's important. I've watched all the process videos.
Okay, yes.
You know,
you can see what I'm
so
like. I'm an understanding guy.
I know. I've seen you on the kickoff.
Exactly.
I've seen you on the Premier League stuff. I know.
I'm everywhere.
Follow you on Twitter. You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's an education.
You've slid into.
If you'd like to follow James on Twitter, link in the description. Get on him. He's got some great opinions.
Fletch, get Chris Proud as assistant next week.
Don't. Okay. No, don't.
Right, so everyone's delighted. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna do the business. Come on.
Yeah, and let's see them. Let's see if Leeds have got Leeds are known for throwing it away late doors. So let's see if we can capitalise on that.
Yeah.
My mum's a big Leeds fan, but she's not. She won't be watching.
She'll understand. Families, you know.
Can Troy Parrott play left wing? I'm just having a think.
I don't.
He played inside forward on the left.
Inside forward on the left.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Thought so.
No, he can't, which is a shame. I've got a plan though for around 70 minutes. James.
Really, this is
This
exciting.
is good though.
I can't believe
so far.
this.
Again, incredibly even.
Come on.
Incredibly even.
Who is it?
Hello.
We've got the ball. Get back on side, Troy Parrott.
Go on.
Come on, lads. Don't give it away there. Great ball. Burn to Manning. It's a great ball to Samuel. He's won it. Paris through!
It's lovely football. It's a shame. It's a real shame.
Come on.
Right.
This is ours. This could be ours.
It is. We are the better side. We've dominated Brentford from start to finish. Well, finish.
Ben Price saying demand more. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Demand more.
Hopefully they've got more to demand.
Parrott's got the ball. Samuel, where are we? Could have gone himself there, surely.
Yeah, I think we're offside in the build-up. If you pause it there, James, I think it's time.
Okay, let's go.
We're going to do something you've never seen before.
Wow.
Right, I've got a reputation as formation man.
Okay, they call
I used to have a mask, but it slipped.
Right.
So what we'll do is you see Eze, his heart's not in this after missing the penalty.
Wow.
Let's put him up alongside Troy Parrott on the left of him.
Oh my word!
You're gonna love this, right? And then move Parrott to where Eze is currently situated.
Put what? Sorry, put who?
Put Parrott to where Eze is currently situated, and change him to an advanced forward when you get the chance. So where Eze is now, just switch Parrott and Eze around.
Sorry.
Yeah. And make Parrott a advanced forward on that side. He's not bad at that.
Okay.
And this is where things get tasty.
What is going on? Right, if you've got pen and paper, guys, get it out now. Now's the time.
From the bench, we're going to bring on number 15. Danny Graham is going to enter the field.
Oh my God. For who?
For Eze, obviously. Come on.
Okay. Just wanted to be
sure. So he's going to come on. Danny's going to play. He's not a complete forward. He's not got the legs for it these days. But target man support is Danny's game.
Oh my God.
And the link-up play is the aim. So everything else, I would dare say, is absolutely perfect. Parrott off Graham. I say Eze's not in it. Parrott will play a similar role on that left side, slightly more offensive. Now look at the teamwork. Go back on that.
Yeah.
Go back on that. Look at the teamwork. Yeah. Look at the penalty taking, which clearly we've seen to be an issue in today's game. Those mentals are the mentals, to say, of a young and old Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yes, it's even got the same trim.
The pace isn't there, but the link-up play is. Okay. Let's confirm the changes. In fact, I don't think we're done here, James. Let's get Jack Clark on.
Okay.
Former Leeds player.
Yeah. You're writing the story. You're setting the scene.
Get on.
Samuel?
Here we go. Our new look attack is so ready.
Wow. Any changes out of possession or in possession?
You know what? I think tactically we're spot on. So I think we carry on as we've been, James. Is there anything you would like to do? You think we should do? I feel like it's important.
Yeah, a quick prayer. No, I believe. Look, you've got it right every single time. It was 70 minutes, and look, even if it goes slightly wrong, if there are some shoots of help, I need to know how to use Danny Graham. We've signed him. I want the best from him. You believe in him. I believe in you. What's to worry about? Okay.
With that in mind, in possession, let's change something up there. Let's go slightly lower and focus play down the right. So slightly lower in tempo.
Yeah.
So to a more standard approach, and then focus play down the right, and we'll get the best out of Clark on this side. Yes.
Okay.
Go back to the tactics screen, confirm it, and then play. Come on, boys in the chat, everyone in the chat, all genders, come on. This is what dreams are made of. 20 minutes against Leeds United. I've seen it so many times. I feel like I know what's happening, James.
Okay, we're balanced as well. That's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, we're good. Right. We're good.
75 minutes. Dreaming of a highlight. The stream is on fire now, says Monza Ahmed.
Here we go.
Surely not Danny Graham. Surely not.
We're holding on here. This is fine at the same time.
A draw at home. Obviously, we want to be winning.
You'd have taken draws against Brentford and Leeds before today.
Yeah, I agree.
And the unbeaten streak will continue with this as well.
Danny Graham seems nervous.
No, he's not. He's a master of disguise. Now, admittedly, that's been quiet.
That's a touch of an anticlimax.
No. That's a fantastic point, is what it is, James.
Is that what we were trying? Is that what that was? And we were trying to get a point there. It was
a situation to hold on,
right,
and make sure we get that point that we need. And the unbeaten run, and as you say, James, something's happening here.
Something's happening. That's
true. The streak of unbeatenness is continuing. I think that might be 5 games.
Okay.
So, and have you been
I'm slightly unconvinced on the Danny Graham.
No.
I'll be honest. So thus far, very important to say.
Yeah. Okay. I think that was decent though. Again, I think final team talk should be left to you. I think this is where you need to say what you think.
Let's keep the positive. No, I feel that's a bit much maybe.
We were a bit unlucky as well.
Yeah, it wasn't our day today. Okay, so he's leaving.
Danny Graham responded.
Yeah, he seems motivated. That's good. Despite being very nervous, it was his first game. Maybe that was why.
Yeah, and this is debut in front of the QPR fans. You'll know as a fan that it's tough, isn't it? It's tough coming to QPR. There's a lot of expectations. These things are all quite.
So what about the resting? Can we give them a rest?
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that now. Just send him off to the doctor. The doctor will sort that out. No problem. He'll be back in a couple of days.
So training.
So go to squad. And then if we highlight, so if you sort by position selected, it's the easiest way to do it. And then you go. Did we do it?
Yeah, we did. So I think we had it already. So.
Hang on, what's it changing to? No, that's position. As in, I know. So the far left one. My bad.
Oh, sorry. No, that's my bad.
And then select from goalkeeper to striker on that tick, where the tick is. Go all the way down and scroll. And shift. Yeah, shift. Click all the way down.
Lovely. No, you can't. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, here we go.
Does it shift?
Oh, doesn't want it.
Click on just Liam Kelly first. I mean, you can do it like that, but you can. Is it control? Maybe it's control. But you can select all of them.
Okay, hang on. Let me try control
at once. You might just be able to drag it. You might just be able to just drag it from.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's a lot of dragging you've done there.
Okay.
Right, and then you can right-click any of the players while they're selected, or any of the selectors that are selected. I should clarify.
I've just got rid of the goalkeeper by mistake.
It's all right. He's still selected. So fine.
Oh, what a
yeah. Right-click anyone and then you go to training.
Rest.
And then you rest for 1 or 2 days. I would suggest you've got a game in 3 days against Blackburn. I'll give him a day.
Okay, give him a day.
And that'll just keep people slightly fresher. I mean,
I
wouldn't have done the bench.
Lads.
I'll be honest. You went over the top with the selection. I'd have just done the first 11 because the bench didn't necessarily need it. But
yeah, probably.
But it's fine. We've done it. We've learned.
Danny Graham's going to pile on the pounds. I imagine he's got a little paunch there anyway. I would imagine.
Love sack, I like to call it as well. I mean,
a goal sack. For Danny specifically.
What's in there, Danny? Just loads of goals, mate.
Yeah.
Ready for when you
need it. It's my goal sack. Sorry. Mara Tegan. I'm not sure about. Oh yeah. So who wanted to be a moderator? I need a name that I can trust.
Can we sort that out?
A name. Ben Pryor. It has to be Ben Pryor. He's been there every time. He's the man. You are now a moderator, my friend. Welcome. Get rid of those hoes.
Team Ben. Not a sentence I bet you thought you'd be saying.
No.
When you started this
journey. I used the phrase vicious slag yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Then again, you had Jack Mate on, so...
Yes. Yeah, here we go. He's back. He's showing pleasing progress. Interesting.
All right.
I want some more games now. I want some more games. Do we need more than one moderator? Do you want to work on it together? Who
I'd
else
get a
do I
couple,
trust?
yeah. People names that you recognise, they'll be on
Charlie
this.
Taylor all day long. He's
Come on, Ben.
How do I pause it? Stop! Hey, stop it!
If you scroll up a bit, it'll.
Right. There we go.
Pause it.
Charlie Taylor. There you go. You are now a moderator.
So can I know.
And Joe Dodomo, sorry, you're in as well.
Can I ask you a couple of questions, James?
Of course
I'm just curious. So I feel like you came quite late to YouTube. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But I feel like you came relatively late to YouTube, especially like as you sort of blew up as well.
Blew up. When, can you let me know when that happens?
No. I feel like come on. You've been around enough. You were a big part of when you played for XO. I feel like in those videos you've been on the kickoff with True Geordie and Lawrence, and the process was a big series for you. I felt like I feel like a lot of people saw that, whether they were funny or content.
I can't believe when you see that number, when you see 40k, it's just like wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So before YouTube, what were you doing primarily before that? Because I'm not going to pretend I know. So I'd love to know.
Hang on, I just need to do.
So sort of. I just 5 years ago, I'm thinking, but Angel Rangel's pipes up. Of course, he's flipping out.
He's not. I'm getting fed up with hearing about this.
I feel like there's certain players that just. I think you'd be honest. I think you just tell him, shut up.
Get out.
All right, leave then, mate. Honestly, if you're not happy being here, if you don't want to be part of the project, then get out.
I thought we spoke. Okay, we'll look to tell you as soon as I can.
Yeah, get rid, mate. I'll tell you what. We want to. Sounds good to me.
Oh, God. All right, we're done. So I think, do you know what? The thing is that I have been in YouTube for a while, but it wasn't my channel. So
that's what I mean. Pre this channel.
Yes.
What was the path?
So I started really late, really late, in terms of having my own channel, because I worked for a company called Ball Street, who had a football channel that was sort of showcasing
Marcus
football
Speller,
fans. Marcus Speller was there right at the start. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I was the sort of main producer and presenter for that channel for a long time. And so whilst I was doing that, stupidly, I didn't start my own channel. I kind of felt like I should focus on that.
Funny
totally.
That, I knew you from something. That's kind of why I asked you.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big fan of the Ramble. So when I found out that Marcus was involved with Ball Street, I was like tuned in to Ball Street on occasion. I think there's loads of people involved with that at the start. I remember.
Yeah.
I was like.
So I got there a bit. I was kind of after a lot of those guys. So that was the starting point for me. And then Ball Street was part of XO, but Ball Street were kind of like helped start XO with Lars and Brian and Boltwood and everyone. And so I was part of the staff there. And so we then all kind of merged together and worked together. And so that's where I met Brian, and me and Brian got on really well straight away. And so from that, he then said, "Oh, do you want to come on a kickoff?" And he was really lovely, because he said, I think we did the first one I did was, or second one I did maybe, it was like a 5-hour stream. Yeah. And it was really easy. Like, it was a dog, because we were just chatting away, and it's fine. And I think my strength is making it easier for other people to talk a lot of the time. And so in that kind of setting, it suited everyone, really. You got, Loz is obviously amazing at what he does as well. So I really, really enjoyed that. And so, and that's how I then got to a point where I was like, I really should do my own thing, because I also wanted a place where I could just have an idea. Like, I have a lot of ideas. And so if you go through all of my channel, there are so many different ideas, all of which, it just sounds arrogant, but like all of which are good ideas that I should have done more and just stuck with one of those and let that be your niche, and that's it. But I promised myself at the start that the channel would always be a place where when I have new ideas, I try them, and so that I develop in that way, and that way I'm not kind of putting that same pressure on myself. So
it allows you to be flexible all the time as well.
Yeah,
so
it's not
put yourself in a box.
Yes, exactly, and it's not that, because I feel like that's where my confidence comes from. That, if in a sense, as in like I can do both. Like, I can produce and present. Like, I'm and so I wanted a place where I could just try things if I have an idea for a format or whatever. And so as I say, like, I've done a format where I look at the Reddit soccer page. I've done the process. I've done Great Stories, which is just a silly idea with with different people as well, and like this as well. I could see that the football was going to come to a standstill, so I wanted to have a bit of have fun and sort of have something that I could enjoy that I thought other people would enjoy as well. So that's why the channel goes off and does these different things at different times, and that's why you've got this stream right now on, and on the same channel you can watch the process or whatever it is. It's a bit random. It's good though. But yeah,
there's still. I think some people have channels that are themes of what they're making videos about. So especially with gaming channels, right? A lot of them people aren't necessarily watching them for the person. They're watching them for the thing that they're playing or the thing they're doing. Right. And what I think you did really well with your channel, and when I watch the videos on your channel, is that it's very much about you. So like you are almost the theme of the channel, and that's not the same for every YouTuber. Even commentators sometimes that make videos, I find a lot of it is the target. And the video and the subject matter is almost the target every time, and the person that's making the video is almost not important. Whereas your channel has always seemed very much about you, which I like, and I don't think there's enough of those sorts of channels. Actually,
that's really funny that you say that. Just because I actually don't. I think sometimes I fall into the trap of I don't feel actually overly comfortable about it being about me. So actually,
not in a garish way.
No, right? I'm not saying that you're saying that, but it's almost nice that you're saying that, because actually so often I think, oh God, am I not sort of doing myself a bit of a disservice because I do the process where I get the best out of someone, or this series I feel better having someone with me so I can talk, or great stories where you make a funny story with someone. I do that quite a lot, and I think sometimes I do shy away from just doing something myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
I think it speaks volumes that you've had a similar viewer number on these Football Manager streams, and it's your story as QPR manager, and the views are the same every single time, and you're the constant within that, right? Like I think it's really you should take a lot of pride in that. Like, I think people are here for you.
Oh, thank you, mate. That's really nice, because I didn't.
I hope you realise it.
Oh yeah, you don't take that second to stop. That's this, mate. And you've had. That's the question I wanted to ask you actually. And don't worry, we've got a game coming up. Finish this conversation.
Put a goalkeeper in, James, before you go any further. And your back line isn't quite fit for this. So
yes, we'll get to that. But here's the question for you, mate. As someone who's been in YouTube for so long, how have you found the sort of evolution process of keeping it fresh for yourself and keeping it fresh for other people as well?
Yeah, well, yes, that is the challenge, isn't it? Making it fresh for other people, because you can try and keep it fresh for you, but at the end of the day, most people want other people to share within that and watch as well.
But you were saying, because I didn't know this about you, mate. Sorry to interrupt, but just so people don't know, if people don't know this about Ben, you were there right at the start. Smith, Jack. You were saying that you started doing vlogs, and then you've moved it. You've obviously evolved it through different transitions. I bet your evolutions more than your audience do, probably, because it's probably more something that you're thinking about than they are, right?
Yeah, well, when I started, I was 18, 2008, and I'd watched. There was a group. Smooth could tell you all about this because Smooth was part of it. There was a team of YouTubers called You Staged that took part in the BBC Three competition. There was a prize at the end, and you performed live on a live stream for 8 hours a day in Bristol in a glass box. Scott Mills presented it as well, but it was this BBC thing, and Smith was a part of that, and it was made up. There was lots of different people doing it, lots of different groups. It was a team of rugby players who were doing an 8-hour stream, but there was 8 YouTubers who were the original YouTubers of the time. And I'm not even sure you know any of them other than Smith at this point, which is kind of crazy to think about. You might do through other channels. I don't know.
I mean, that highlights how well you've done to sort of survive.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a part of it, but I saw that and thought, I want to see what that thing is. I don't know what it is, and I've never seen it before, but I really want to know what that thing is. And over the next sort of 2 or 3 years, I connected with those people online. At the same time, we did before conventions and big cons were a thing. You'd have gatherings, YouTube gatherings, where you'd go along and you'd meet people. Wow. So for about 3 or 4 years, and up until around sort of 2011, I was very much a part of the YouTube community as it was in its first iteration with 480p video, but it was very community led, but it was very inclusive, and it was hard to then. It became a point where it suddenly became hard to get in it, right. And then KSI and the gamers and FIFA came along in the UK. and transform the whole thing. And during that period, I wasn't making videos and wasn't making content. Someone's mentioned the name Jimmy0010, who you may well be familiar with because he presents. And not that all presenters know each other.
Yeah.
But
Competition.
But he's James Hill. He does radio on something now as well. Okay. Oh God, I don't know what it is. But James Hill, he was part of like the original. He wasn't part of that project, but he was a part of like very new school and like Charlie is so cool like era. And I don't know if you know. Are you aware of who that is?
No, I have no clue who that is.
Because he was like the original king. He was the KSI before KSI in the UK.
Oh, I think was he like
Charlie is so cool. Like he made a video about drinking tea once, and that was like a viral success.
Did he have like a studio that was really, or like a background that was really kind of colourful? And he has quite big sort of hair, like big quiff. Or am I thinking of someone else?
I don't think so. But he was. I'm not sure, but he was one of the original, he was the original. He was the person everyone looked at and thought, I want to be the next Charlie is so cool like. And I think now he sort of does some more sort of sciencey videos, and he's still here and there. But again, if you've done it 12 years ago, the chances of you still doing it now are pretty slim.
Yeah.
Especially doing the same thing that you were doing back then. And he was someone else that had sort of grown through it and grown up with it. And for those that are around, then you'll know. So watching that transition from a very close knit, frankly, like bunch of quite introverted people that were meeting up online and weren't very out there to what we have now,
insane,
which is now so personality led and so much about the real version of you and being who you are. And you look at like YouTubers that get criticism now, it's generally the YouTubers that aren't considered themselves almost because they're easier targets, because you almost don't feel like you're going after the person, you're going after the caricature of the person.
Yeah.
And now YouTube is very much about like real people. You look at the most successful YouTubers of the past few years, and you've seen KSI be more himself. You've seen JJ more because of the journey he's been on through boxing. Brian is a great example of it, like with what he's done, especially the way Lawrence gets more out of him, and he's a real person. You look at the Pauls, Logan Paul is quite liked currently because people see a real version of Logan Paul, whereas his brother, you're continually seeing this caricature of someone who he's trying to be.
Yeah, that's so true.
And that's where people sort of attack it. I mean, now we see this whole new world of YouTubers who are like, you look at all the guys at the top UK guys now. A lot of them have got podcasts because it gives them that chance to be them. Like Steven's a good example. Steven Tries is a really good example of someone that is brilliant at what he does in a sketch comedy aspect. But even he's thinking, do you know, maybe it's subconscious, right? Maybe it's not as deep as I'm making it sound.
I think it's a few things. I think it's that, but I think an element of it is it's easy-ish to, like, if you know, if you feel comfortable doing it, if you can get the bits and pieces together, and the algorithm as well. You know, people want watch time. Watch time's a big one, and that's why. Yeah. So that's why, you know, I think. And
it's great content. It's the new Big Brother.
Yeah.
It's the new watch, because people are desperate to know. Like, YouTubers are still a bit of a mystery. You meet people in real life, and people are still a little bit like, so what are you doing? How are you making money from this? And how are you getting away with it? Yeah, it's a little bit like that. So, like, because every
and
conversation
you'll know
I
this
have,
as well. There's like there are some YouTubers that you do like over text or Twitter or whatever. There'll be one where they'll be super confident and chilled, and then when you actually meet them, that and this is the perfect time to talk about something like this, because you kind of, in the world now, obviously I'm chatting to you through a screen, but when you actually meet them face to face, or when you go out for a run or whatever you're doing, and you see other people, and now we're actually, because we're missing that contact, we're actually looking across the street going, are they going to make eye contact so I can say good morning to them? Because you kind of want that. But weirdly, with some YouTubers I found, they're actually very awkward when you kind of have that moment.
But that is a summary of what YouTubers like before. You'd have all these people being their extroverted selves on camera, and then you'd meet them in real life and think, you are a shell of what you are on there.
Very strange.
But then after a while, that would slowly break down a little bit, and you'd realize actually it's not always like that. And you're playing a bit of a character, and you're playing an exaggerated version of yourself, but actually you are that person. You're just not always that person.
Yeah.
And I think that goes for almost every YouTuber.
Yeah. And then Stephen, in terms of Stephen with the podcast as well, I'm so pleased he started that, because like when we were doing shoots for XO, he's so funny all the time. All the time. He's just got funny bones. So it's great to for people to be able to enjoy that for an hour instead of just the sketch, because I know he wants his sketches to be as good as possible, and he's good at that's it. He's great at writing those. And And so he kind of, those are always a bit more structured, but having something like the podcast for him is nice because it kind of allows him just to sort of be funny, which he naturally is.
But you certainly have those people that try and like transcend the world of what the UK YouTube scene has become and has gone into. And he's one of those people that is like slowly molding his corner of what sort of almost comedy is on YouTube. I love that. I think that's exciting.
It's in, and that's, I've always kind of, I'm trying to stay.
Should we play a game and then carry on? I feel terrible for the Football Manager fans out there.
It's fine.
But this is a podcast, right?
Like, to a point. Yeah.
This is a podcast. Like I always say, I'm chatting to people with FM in the background.
Yeah, that's it. Well, and that's what I kind of people that have come on. Like Jack was like, I have no idea how to play this game. And I was like, that's not what it's about. It's about us having a bit of fun.
Yeah. But his podcast is great as well.
Oh, it's amazing.
He does a really good job with it as well. It's completely different to a lot of other podcasts because of the conversations they have.
Yeah, the team he's got there is great as well, dude. He's funny.
Oh yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, really good.
Right, let's play football.
But Danny, come back to this.
And do you know what? I bet people in this chat are like, he better start Danny Graham in that next game. Well, we can't because we've got Blackburn. Otherwise,
the floor.
Central defender Grant Hall.
Yeah, is Matteson any good?
Need to definitely get a goalkeeper in, don't we? That's important.
Yeah, get Kelly back in there. He's the king.
Liam Kelly. Right, got that. Otherwise,
so centre back is Matheson good? Because I feel like we're going to be playing him.
He's young, and I think he is.
Oh no, he's solid. Yeah. He's proper solid. He's perfect third choice material in this team.
Yeah, and he's happy there. 21 years old.
So we should get him in for Hall, who's struggled a bit even with the rest. He struggled after the arm thing.
He's had he's
get him out of there. And then at right back, it might be
84.
This might be the game to arrest Todd Kane in. Just so we
Rangel after our argument.
I mean, that'd be bold, wouldn't it? That'd be bold. Oh, James. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Oh, really? Is that dangerous? He'll still play, won't he? He'll still do
I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's still a decent defender, right?
Yeah.
Let's come off defensive as well. Let's go back to balanced from the off. Because Blackburn, compared to who we've played and done well against, Blackburn should be a little easy. And they've lost Danny Graham, so they're a shell.
Yeah, we're happy with that. We're happy. Yeah. Everyone's happy.
Hugo for Graham on the bench, and that's that.
Apart from Rangel. Right, off we go.
Yeah, you've got
if you've just arrived, come on! I was about to do my bit when I do the intro. Danny Graham out for.
Come on, there we go.
Hang on, if I just put. I want to put Hugo in. There you go, mate. You can get on the bench today. It's exciting. Okay, right. We'll do it again.
It's like you're his mum then.
Yeah. Just eat your sandwiches over there.
Come on you come.
He's lacking match practice. Steady. We know that. He's been moaning about it. Right, we're back. Come on, the lads. If you just joined the stream, something's happening here. We've figured out the tactics. Life's good. We've had a deep and meaningful chat as well. You've learned a bit more about me. I've learned a bit more about Benji. We've figured out that actually it's okay to be defensive and it's okay to be balanced. And I think that's the main message from today.
They're a decent size.
In terms of asking the set opposition instructions, should I always click on that? Ask the assistant.
Ask the assistant to do it. You can set it so it's always there. I don't know if you've got it set, so I don't think you have, which might be a situation.
Delegate.
You want to have that set for an assistant to do it every time.
Okay.
Really? Like, we'll make sure that's set in stone.
All right, John, you can do it.
For next game, let John do that, and then if you click ask assistant, he should set them.
Okay.
After you've done this team talk, I think.
So go on, mate. Let's keep this going. This is.
Of course. Good luck out there. We're going to need it. Don't say that. That's all. That you're losing already.
Won 3 of the last 5 games, Blackburn.
I think we say the recent form standings have Blackburn 5th. Let's raise our game to their level.
Okay.
Although we kind of know we're on that level, and then this is where we have to do some individual defensive midfield attack. So let's give them all the passionate. I've got faith in you. Come on, make a difference. Oh, see, the defence haven't loved that, but again, they've not reacted negatively.
Same with the midfield.
Really, yes, I'd go same again.
Okay.
Slightly better, and then attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Troy likes it. Troy appreciates.
Troy's keen.
A bit, but
he's keen as mustard. Right, let's kick off.
He's passionate. Come on, this is big as well. Away game at Blackburn.
We've been waiting for an easier game, haven't we?
2 massive performances. So this one is a bit of a worry, I think, but we'll see. We want Blackburn's spot, James. That's the thing. They're 6th right now. We want that.
Yeah, that's true.
And good points. I know the points wise, it's going to be annoying because we've not got max points off Brentford and Leeds, but 2 good points.
I'm going to have to ask a favour of you, Ben, after this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a wee. So
you're going
to have to leave you with the.
I'm not sure how much I can help with that particular.
Yeah.
It's quite a different process, that, viewers, which I'm not sure.
What should we do? Should we do 2 more games? This one and one more. Does that work for you?
Whatever you want, James.
Yeah.
We can do it all night. 6 hours, viewers. Are we in?
Finish the season. Yeah.
I said I'm streaming tonight, but it doesn't matter. We can just do it now. This can be it.
Carry it on.
Yeah, right. I'm in.
Here we go. Eze on the ball. This is nice. We need a bit more from Eze.
This is nice.
He's driving. He's found Parrot.
I mean, we've done well, though.
Don't get done on the break, though. Big head of that.
He's launched it back in there. Goodness me.
Ball
out wide. This is where I think we're dangerous. These wider areas. Angel Rangel.
Rolling back the years. Oh.
Again, they're good. Good support from the fullbacks. I think in terms of a system, it's good. Like, it works. And again, against lesser opposition, they're going to be in all sorts of bother, I think.
Touch laggy. Apologies for that. Don't do us on the break.
Forward.
Good win. Go on, Bright.
The important thing, viewers, are the goals and the result. Yes. They're the important factors.
That's true. I normally, I get twitchy with the shouts when it gets about 30 minutes. Is that a good trait?
No, you want to, because at that point you've got an idea of how the game's looking and what you need to say. And it's good from Blackburn. This. Kelly's been in fine form.
He's been good. He's been very good. Yeah, you're right.
He's been top notch.
What if you were so you've got 20 minutes left and you want to give a shout, and it's sort of you've been 1-0 up from after 10 minutes. Like, what would you shout then? Is concentrate work, or is that going to scare them?
Yeah, I prefer praise in that situation, just basically the encouragement factor. I'd probably praise them. If you've got the lead, praising's good. Anything else, like, concentrate's almost if you're just conceded, or you may have just scored. That's a good time to throw that in, because it's like, oh yeah, of course, we should concentrate. Or even if you're like 4-0 up, you might say it. Okay. Like, concentrate's not used that often, really. It's one of them.
Change the pen taker. Should have done that. You're right.
Slash. Or do you give Eze the chance to prove the doubters?
Last one in it. Last chance.
Yeah,
never again after the next one if you miss another one.
Oh, I need to speak too soon. That's classic me. That. All right. Ball in, King.
Go on the break. Oh, relaxed.
This is nice, though. Again, composed football. I tell you what, we've not given him much credit, but Jeff Cameron has come in. And he's been solid against some good teams.
I think he's brought the best out of Manning as well, actually.
Yeah.
He's given a bit more freedom.
He's allowed Manning a bit more freedom, yeah.
Burn on the ball. Burn taking on a new role as well in the Mazzala role. Great little pass to Wallace.
From Burn.
Oh, Lagsville. Manning.
It's all right, they were good.
Wallace.
Fine.
Oh, he's done it again! Woo! Ryan Manning!
He's a contender. That's what it is.
He's got his own competition going. Kicks up the ball back. Wallace back to him. One touch.
He's lethal.
No lift back at all.
He's lethal. Oh, it's hot, James. That's how hard it was struck. Get in it. New balls, please. Viewers.
Get in there. Well done, Ryan.
Gracious.
Happy days.
What a time to score.
Lovely.
What a time to score.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I actually really need to go now. So there's the match stats.
We'll talk through them, stream. We'll deal with this. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We're 6 likes off 500. Let's stroll through that. Come on. Make it happen now if you've not really liked the stream. So far, what a performance. Manning with goal of the season contender. I can see you enjoying it in chat right now. James mentioned it earlier on. I'll echo it. If you've not already subscribed or sort of followed, James's Twitch channel, I think beyond this season, perhaps James will do the rest of this on Twitch, as it's a more familiar streaming platform. If you've not got a Twitch account, completely free, make it. And make sure you followed already. I'm sure he'll mention it a few more times as he carries on. But things are looking good here. Good draw against Brentford. Fantastic draw against Leeds United. And now Blackburn 1-0 down and struggling. And of course, they can't bring Danny Graham on, viewers. So they're pretty much done for, as far as I'm concerned. Someone there has mentioned, would you like a harmonica interlude? Happy to. James isn't here, so he can't stop me. This is Billy Joel's Piano Man. I think James might be back with us. I'm going to cut it short.
Very
Hello,
good.
James.
Hello, mate.
We're doing a bit of Piano Man by Billy Joel.
That was perfect. That's exactly
putting
what
it
the
out there.
harmonicas for. There for.
Yeah, we've smashed through the 500 like target on your return.
Hey, that might be the
So
first time in the stream. That's amazing.
That's destroyed. That's dealt with. Lovely
Thank you.
stuff. It's all right. I was just saying, Blackburn are in all sorts of danger. There's no Danny Graham to bring on, so they are, 6s and 7s.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do with themselves.
Okay.
Bless them.
Ben,
can you tell James to scroll down the league table so we can see where the R's are? Yeah, of course. We'll do that in a moment.
Hopefully soon you won't have to.
No, we're good.
I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep up. Stay calm. Do we stay calm?
I think we're happy. Very happy, in fact.
We're delighted. We are delighted. Of course they are. Right.
Here we are then. Yeah.
Where are
we? We're not that far down. We're very much mid-table. 41 points. Again, I still think, especially with this win, it's a big old win.
Dragging Blackburn back, though. They're third. They're sixth. Oh, no.
And they've got a corner. Well, it's not got in. I mean,
we're fine.
You can't worry about what's not happened. All right, then. Are we on that?
Lads.
We certainly are. Manning has been
great victory, this.
Manning's superb, isn't he? He really is.
Aiden S says, this sex bots are shaving their heads at 600 likes. I'm in. I'm game.
What a day.
I don't know how to enforce it.
What a day for them.
Yeah. They've had a tough time.
They weren't expecting it. They have. They've been utterly dealt with today as well.
They were looking forward to the stream as well. And
they were. They won't be back tomorrow.
Eze, go on, son. Where they stand. Number 10 for Queen's Park Rangers. So many famous number 10s in QPR's history. Burn to the side. It's a great ball. What a goal that would be. Oh, the post.
Troy.
So close.
There's a man who would have scored that. That's sadly unavailable. But...
in a very different formation. But we're okay. We're looking good here. Three cheers for Benji. He has turned around. Hip hip.
Let's thanks, James. I'm thinking we maybe change Troy Parrott's roll up,
Okay.
To a more advanced forward.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Rather than a complete forward. We may be asking too much of the young man. That's what I'm thinking.
Let's see this highlight and then we'll ring the changes.
If he scores, then
get it off him.
Pretend nothing happened.
I hate when they walk past people.
Yeah.
Good block.
Right. What?
Burn him! Burn him! Burn him! Burn him!
Oh my God!
Go on, Bright! Oh, I cannot finish.
So good up until the finish.
I cannot finish.
Absolutely rapid.
He's so good. I'm starting to see that now. Like, there's certain highlights. I'm like, oh, here we go. Bright's about to do you.
And the patterns of play that we're developing in this system have been really tremendous.
It's exciting. Advanced
forward.
Let's.
I just think let's have him lingering rather than trying to. We want him up there.
Yeah.
Especially in situations like that. This might be. Oh, it's tough because it's a big away trip at Blackburn. I'm just thinking, is it Billy Gilmore time? I'm not sure it is yet. I think it's the game after this that we might see.
Yeah,
playing side. We might want someone similar.
We've got something here. We're looking good.
I think we carry on as we are.
Are you happy with balance? We stay with balanced.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we just keep an eye on what Eze's up to. I feel like Eze can explode at any time now. That's the thing with him.
Right, okay.
Yeah, let's carry on.
Okay, come on.
Don't fix it. They've made all 3 changes over there. We're forcing them into all sorts. They've got players on bookings. They've made all 3 changes.
We've been balanced there, but I still want you to get creative, guys. Go on. Has that worked? Oh, God. Inspired. They're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine.
I mean, the defence are loving it. Yeah, up actually 60 yards.
Yeah. Stop with the step overs, Grant.
Oh, it's not a corner. Headed away.
Right, here we go.
We're ready to play.
Afterburners. Here we go. Go on, son.
Like
yes! What a change! He changed the role. He scores the goal. Troy Parrott, get in there.
I couldn't be happier.
Mate, that is a master stroke from you, sir. Look at him, ready to get in the box. He's literally on the 4-yard line there. He's stolen a goal.
He's playing the limits of the offside
Get in
rule.
there.
But it's a great finish. Look at this. Oh, he's marginally on.
Woof.
But it's a tremendous finish. And 2-0. I'd slam it into defensive, James. Take no risks.
Absolutely.
Slam it into defensive. Take no risks. Calm, composed football for the final few minutes.
Something's happening here, guys. Telling you, don't you know? Pump it up. The R's are going up.
It's a great tune.
Come on.
Can I?
We want 3. Scream the fans.
Third.
We want 3. Get it in there. We're going to get done the break. Lose that clean sheet bonus, which will be good for the funds. Poor man Samuel. Oh, and he is.
Get out, mate. Get out.
Ryan Senior says masterclass, and he's not
If they
talking
can make
about
4
me.
subs, he'd be off by now. Terrible.
He's a stinker.
Terrible.
Get in there.
Look, I'm still playing to the philosophies, even with minutes to go. Still playing out from the back. Blackburn can't get near it.
Yeah. Oh.
They've won the ball.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Don't you know? Pump it up. The odds are going up.
Get in there. The odds are going.
Wasn't really tuned.
Oh, what a shame.
I thought I've done that. Sorry, Jack.
You've harmonica'd me.
Put that on the other side of the room. We're fine though. It's all right. They've got a consolation.
Yeah, I don't need to see that again.
No danger here. No danger. They've shown little to nothing, as far as I'm concerned.
Do not steal this from me. Yes. Come on, lads.
Massive.
Come on.
Massive.
Dare to dream. Right.
That's huge.
Right. You like me doing these, don't you? I'm delighted.
Yeah.
An away win is huge.
Passion.
Proud of your performance. No one gave us a chance today, and they're looking delighted. Of course,
love it every time to a man, James.
Get in there.
To a man.
I knew there's going to be one stream where it needs to come together.
Yeah.
And
this has been tremendous, honestly.
Get in there.
5 points, 5 unbeaten. 6 with the FA Cup game, by the way.
We're
Add
playing
that to the list.
Blackburn in 6th, Leeds in 3rd, Brentford in, I think they were 2nd, maybe.
Yeah, they're up there. They're up there.
I mean, Cardiff and Hull. Let's not talk about that. Different time.
In terms of the form table, I'll tell you, it's a whole different ball game now. Let's show me the form table on our Blackburn boys. Show me it. yeah, embarrassed.
Silence.
You can actually look at the form table. I don't know if you've checked that out.
Palace form table. How do we do that?
If you go on the Championship table,
how do I do that?
If you go on the league table, where it's just below the QPR badge.
How do I give you a badge?
In the bed, just below.
Oh, sorry, it's literally there. Sorry.
If you click on it and then you go to where it says league table, maybe overall, overall, and then you go to last 5 games, you can see 8th.
Creeping away.
But unbeaten.
But we've got something working now. Life's good.
Yeah.
So we'll finish off with a FA Cup game.
Oh, this is now okay. There's a lot of pressure on
this. Is this Gilmore? Does this feel like the time to test out Gilmore, or are you wary of due to your history with Jack, mate?
I think, logically speaking, I feel like we've got
best way to speak. We've
got momentum, and if you don't really want to lose the momentum at the same time, there's a few players in this team that are pivotal, the likes of Manning.
And Palace are. I mean, Palace. This is a real test of how far we've come, isn't it?
The question is, James, how much do you care about the FA Cup? I know. Let's forget what Jack said. Yeah. Okay, we've got to. We can't.
I want a playoff final. All I want is a playoff final. I just want to put my suit on. Put it to really slow, so we watch the entire game. 90 minutes. That's what.
It'd be bigger than Logan Paul KSI. That.
I would imagine so.
It'd be bigger. So. Yeah.
Transfer contract advice. Oh yeah, we're right at the end of January. Do we need anyone?
It's
now or never, isn't it?
I think your next assistant manager can play a part in that. To be fair, you're gonna have played this. You're gonna have a couple of days left after that, and maybe late doors a loan signing. Yeah. To push you over the line. Okay. The thing is, we're looking good. We're looking very good.
Offers made for QPR's Wells. It's not QPR's, is he? Oh, different Wells. Young Wells.
Ben Wells.
Ben Wells. I thought you meant Narky Wells.
Ben Wells.
Oh, Narky Wells would be the icing on the cake. He would have been really helpful. Hashtag start Danny, says Fletch.
I'm not sure this is.
It's just not the game.
And I know him better than most.
Yeah. I think that's the most honest statement I've heard in any of these streams.
Palace. Is it at home to Palace?
It is. Let's wait. Hang on.
See, I've had in the FA Cup. I've had this week. In fact, I've had an upset against Morecambe, Great Yarmouth from Tier 8 of England, took on National League Morecambe, and we beat them 2-1.
Wow.
And then we had to play League One Bradford in the official first round. So that was sort of the last round of qualifying. Then Bradford, and we lost 3-2. But it was. There was so much incident and pain.
Really? Oh, you gave it a good go.
It was unreal. I think we may well have missed a penalty, or they missed a penalty maybe actually. But they were given a penalty, 2 penalties. I think they missed one and then scored one late on in the game, and it was outside the penalty area.
Bloody hell!
And the level of officiating clearly wasn't good enough.
Really, that's disappointing.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm not really over it, if I'm honest. Shouldn't have brought it up. I told myself not to.
Eric Garcia, someone just said in the. I reckon it'll be too expensive as a loan signing.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, I mean, if we can loan him, he fits the philosophy. Is there a loan there? I'd be surprised, but
not willing.
No, they're not up for that, which is a shame.
Any other loan options? That would be good to know.
Yeah, keep him coming in, gang.
And
we had a man sent off there too.
One final game. Could we win the FA Cup? I mean, that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you've got to start off with that dream.
Yeah, of course.
You've got to start off with that dream.
If you're not going to Allardyce, who cares? It's so irrelevant.
Allardyce claims, is he in a job at the moment, Sam? Or
TalkSport host, I think.
No, I meant actually in game, James.
Oh, right. Doesn't know. I don't think so. He's timeless, isn't he? He could just dip back in whenever he fancies it.
Yeah. I'm not sure he could do this job, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Not sure he's made for mid-table championship glory. But...
Well, not for long. Not for long. Don't you start.
Whatever, Sam.
Dominic Lewis, best man at my wedding. Man of my own heart, he says. I'm a dreamer. Beautiful. As am I.
Yeah.
Something's happening here.
Together we all are.
Oh, yeah, we never looked at Tanganga. I'd be... If he's like...
Is he worth a look?
Jaffet. Passing 7 to 11.
He's pretty solid. Again, I don't know if they'd let you have him on loan. They might, maybe they would actually. He'd be a nice option. They would, but if you pay it, we could do what we did with Danny though, and offer 56 a month to have him. I mean,
is he better than what we've got?
Probably worth doing.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure. Yeah, who would he be ousting?
Is he even going to play in the right positions?
He's a centre back, right? I hope. Yeah.
He's a centre back.
He's very similar to the youngster we've got, whose name escapes me now. Matterson, was it?
Pissed him off now.
He's very similar. No, I think you're right. You're okay. You didn't offer anything, so we're fine.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, and we can't. Well, as someone's put in the chat, you can't alter the budget. You can remove your transfer budget and put it all on wages, but then obviously that then means you can't bring anyone in.
I wonder if
you're not looking to do that.
Hugo back. Yeah.
Do you think?
And then we use the money for centre back.
Another third striker. How are you paying Hugo's wages?
Imagine so. Hang on, let's sort this one.
So is it a lot?
So unused, it would need to be 50.
If you get your 60 and then just go back. The thing is, it's a lot of money. I don't know if this is really. I've got to be honest. I don't know if this is worth it. I've got to.
Rob Holding on loan, surely not. And his wage.
I mean, that would
be a joke, though, wouldn't they, as well?
Yeah, well, yeah, and I'll also give you 2 of him for free, which is pretty unlikely. Not impossible, but
Tanganga in or Tanganga out. What do you think, guys? Vote now.
What's the hashtag for that?
It's a long one. Smith, yes, Ben Price, right? Smith can be the third striker. I'm happy to get rid of. Hugo. We've got Smith. We've got the different option. Hasn't played for the club.
You might want to bring Smith into your first team. By the way, I don't know if we did that. We called him, but I'm not sure we put him in the first.
That's Cochrane. Not. I know what you're thinking. Sounds like something else.
Someone said, but I don't think he'd be available.
No, we can have. I'll have. Do we suggest
Ben Gibson from Burnley? I mean, if he's available, it would actually be great.
If I make the offer, can I? Can I change my mind?
You can suggest it, and then they'll accept that because it's whatever. And then you'd have to accept it as it comes in. Though you can always ponder it for a bit and then say, "No, do you know what? It's not for me."
Okay, so I can come out of that.
You can finalise it there.
And then down the line,
that'll send the offer off, and then you can even delay it a week. So if you're still not sure,
we'll finalise that for now. If you can't see anyone else, the only other one I've just heard it a hell of a lot of times, and forgive me, I don't know your name there, mate, but Ben Gibson. Did we look at him before?
I'll catch it. It was Richard. Thank you for the suggestion, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
There's not a chance in all of the world, I'm afraid.
9 games as well. It's not going to happen. Right.
Someone said However from Liverpool. I don't know if he's available. He's quite close to the first team. Yeah, I don't know why I've called him However.
It might be However. Like, do you remember, what was it? However coaching. Sorry, that's a weird reference.
I don't think I've ever called him what I've just called him as well. Although I did once call Moise Keane a regen within my game, which has now been a thing for about 4 years. He was not.
There he is.
He's
Liverpool. Liverpool under 23s.
You'd probably get him on loan, but he's not. He's a bit.
Yeah,
Billy Gilmore.
Tanganga's better. Tanganga's better for what we need.
I'd go with that. Yeah, I'd agree.
Right. Offer accepted.
If it's been accepted. They'll consider it, and then we'll probably get him.
Garcia, loan bid
if you want him,
rejected.
James. That's unsurprising. It's a shame, though.
Cancel off. Yes.
So we've got Palace today, of all days. Whew. Sunday, the 26th of January, 2020. In QPR, I've got a chance to continue. Palace's form's not been good either. They might even be there for the taking. I can't even play Danny Graham because he's got what a sign.
Good lord. Was he on loan somewhere else? Was he?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess the first thing to do here. No, he'd have played in the cup.
We get Todd back in.
Yeah, I think that's a certainty.
Do you want to try out Gilman for Burn?
I think a little rotation. I'll probably bring Gilmore in for Manning. I think Manning's been vital. And you look at his last 5 games, by the way, 7.88.
How do we? He's not box to box either of these two guys. Then we'll have to take Burn out as well.
Let's check Briley out. Is he not at all?
No,
not even a little bit.
He's not that kind of guy. He's more a DLP.
No.
He can do the Mazzala role. Bit green there.
Mate, what about Can Burn play box to box similarly to how he can play Mazzala?
Don't think so. No, not really. But you could, if you want to make 2 changes, you could bring in Amos and he could be the box to box. Or
yeah, I'm worried about his sharpness against the likes of Palace.
Manning.
Actually, I'm gonna retract. I think we play Manning because he's in such good form.
What about this?
So you can maybe Billy Gilmore in instead of Cameron.
Hang on.
For a game.
Say that again.
Because Billy Gilmore's gonna be more mobile. You think?
Oh, right? So okay, but Gilmore.
So can you play deep line playmaker in that role, or is he not able to?
No,
not really. No, again, you don't really want to do this. It's a bit of an issue, but this is.
What about
isn't it?
So what? You don't believe in him as a Mazzala? Because we could just do that. We could just put Manning on, keep Manning on, take Burn on, give him a rest.
I don't hate that actually. I quite like it. Let's give Clark a go. I think. On the right side, and maybe.
Do you think Eze needs a break or not?
Well, I'm debating maybe making Eze more attacking and seeing how he does in a more attacking role.
Why?
Like maybe that's in a supportive role, he's going to be asked to do a little bit more of the link-up play. Whereas we've seen it, I feel like we've seen it time and time again on the right side. Osei Samuel has been darting forward. He's looking forward as he's going forward, and whereas Eze is cutting in a little more. You make him a bit more attacking. He starts slightly higher up the pitch, and when he receives the ball, he's going to look to drive at the defence a little more. So that might be the chance for us. Maybe even changing now Clark to a more supportive role. You're keeping that balance, but you're just altering
who's getting to do it,
where it's happening. And with Parrott, let's again make him more an advanced forward because I think he's a decent complete forward,
really
but
worked,
I don't think he's
that did really work.
Level.
Okay, great. Is that something to be concerned about? This the rouge?
No, not really. Unless it's like full red, you can kind of be okay
all right.
with it. Yeah.
For the last time on this stream, for the last time this week, we submit the team and we make our way to Loftus Road.
For Jack, mate, boys.
For Jack, mate, yeah. If you are watching, if you just started watching, you're enjoying the content, if you've been watching all day, all week, all month, and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Notifications on as well. I think only 10% of my people, my subscribers, my fans, my audience, my employers, they hit the notification bell. So if you want to know when we do a live stream, then you need that clicked.
Worth noting, Palace have gone strong.
We're going to ask the assistant.
Palace have gone very strong.
I can't be asked to do it right now. Team talk. They've gone strong, haven't they?
I think we go calm. We don't want to get them too hyped up for this. We don't want to get them too excited. I think we just say we've good run lately. Go out there, continue to impress me. Put the work in, and you never know. You never know. So the second option down, James. Let's have a bit of that.
Oh yeah.
And let's
do we need to do our? We're going to go passionate here.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Just a little. What was that?
I've definitely learned something there. I think that works for us.
You've put X there, James.
Yeah. Under strengths, you put pace.
Under weaknesses.
Okay. We're kicking.
Under weaknesses, you put football.
Out they come. Whoa.
It's definitely an age thing,
Yeah.
these references.
Yeah, I did a reference to Sean Maguire earlier. Good Lord. Right. So we're staying balanced. Oh, we've won the ball. Go on, Parrot. Make a name for yourself. Hit it. Oh, I thought that was definitely going in.
I froze for a moment there. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Come on, you arse. Come on,
Palace haven't been in good form.
Great start from the lads.
Palace haven't been in good form. And also Palace haven't been in good form. I think if we get an early goal, they are crumbling. Absolutely crumbling.
Observations.
I'm curious.
He's been quiet, hasn't he, John, this stream?
Yeah. He's just been quietly going about his business. As all good joint assistant managers.
Yeah, I wouldn't say number 2.5. I wouldn't call him number 2.
It's not about you, John.
18 minutes. Right. I mean, looking steady. Wonderful stuff from Chris text highlights. Looking good.
Yeah. I mean, you're dominating a Premier League side here.
61%.
Dominating. Much? Oh. God.
And good save. Liam Kelly. Steady. Eddie, they should call him. Can we do him on the break here? Possibly. Clark going inside is a great ball.
Distribution.
To no one.
I'd say that's where you need to be, mate. I don't know what's wrong with you, fella. You've just been... I'm sad.
Punished.
That's a real shame. And that came a little there from Eze, just not being on it. Yeah, not being on the ball.
Maybe I've got rose-tinted glasses when it comes to him. I've not really been able to...
I don't know. Unless it's just... It's natural there, isn't he? That's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Come on, let's not finish with a defeat, even if it is Crystal Palace.
No, absolutely not. We've come back a few times, so we've clearly got that kind of character.
I want you to believe in yourself, guys. Get creative. That's all I've got.
Yeah, they've not.
They've not
maybe hugely responded, but here we are, Manning.
Oh, I wasn't even looking. Go! I look forward, and he goes like that to Dr. Benjy. He says, "Shush. Let me do my job." There's going to be moments in the game. It's a game of variables. But Eze with a header. It was Eze, was it not? Or was it not? Yeah,
it was.
You go.
Of all people.
Get in there.
Well, he shut us up, and I'll be honest, that's what I wanted him to do.
Super chat, thank you. Deaf to all turkeys. Says pick up Dan Bagpipe. Great player at this level. Is that a joke?
It's just
not sure.
Yeah, it is. It's a comment, isn't it? It's the contribution. Thank you for that, my friends.
Much appreciated.
Thank you, Death to all turkeys.
Okay, we're back in the game. Happy days. Come on, you guys.
Good half. Very good half.
Yeah. Good conversion for the shots. Like it. Some things going on here. Right.
Could extend the run.
As in with the goal. Otherwise, he was probably struggling. Billy Gilmore, not his best so far, but I think
he's doing all right. He's not played that much, so I mean,
that's true.
You know, he's doing all right though.
Appreciate their effort.
Again, he's got really good technical attributes. His passing's particularly good. So final third stuff, technically very solid. I think you're hovering it. I think you're right.
Listen, Keeney,
but let's get passionate with them. Let's give them a bit more. Come on, there's going to be a belief in this team. I think they're going to start thinking that this is there to be had. I said it before.
Palace. Switch off.
He switched off there. Connor.
It's too late. It's too late.
He's been distracted by them.
Midfield. Passionate. I'm very happy with your playmaking efforts in midfield. They look fired up. They look happy.
I mean, there's always one, isn't there?
Who's leading focus there? Jeff. Jeff is
Troy,
like.
I'd keep calm with Troy.
Jeff, very American. I hope he doesn't have to do a drugs test.
Very American.
Because he seems too laid back for me. Something's allegedly, of course. Yeah, it's just a bit of fun. Cool.
Come on,
lads.
Come on. I fancy it. I fancy this.
London
I just
Derby.
think.
Come on, the lads.
I think Palace. When our name was drawn out of the hat, I don't think Palace were happy.
We've got a cross. It's another set piece. Not to be just yet. Let's get the larger view.
Not to be, but
see that, guys.
Knocking on the door, James. Knocking on the door.
Oh, there's a danger. Don't dive in there. Oh, what a save again from Liam Kelly. Let's fight another day. He's brilliant.
Get
really
Kelly on the telly. He's unreal.
He's made that.
Jack Clark's having a quiet one. We might have to bring Samuel on pretty soon, just because Clark's had a bit of an off
Yeah.
day. Same with Gilmore. It might. Look, I think.
Hang in there. Hang in there.
early.
Oh, laggy as hell. Oh, we're on the break. Gilmore,
All right,
drive,
we're on the
son.
break. Billy.
Drive with the ball. Parrot.
Go on, Bill. Lovely.
Advanced forward roll.
Go on, Troy.
Tame.
Troy.
Tame effort from Troy.
James, let's act early, James. Oh, hang on. I hate these. They're
Done.
free kicks. They're danger.
Did he save that skin? No, it's a
right,
goal
let's do it
kick.
now.
We're fine.
Let's do it now, James. Let's bring the informed boys on because Billy's had a decent day, but not quite enough. So I think it's time for Burn. Jack Burn, who's been superb, frankly, this season.
I worry about Masterson.
And
Otis
Samuel.
I worry about Masterson. Although 6.8.
He's leading the back line.
It's good.
So
he'll learn from this, regardless of the result.
Yeah. I mean, playing up against the likes of Jordan Ayew, this is big.
Huge, yeah.
You're going to learn a lot.
Todd Kane struggling against Zaha.
There's levels to this game. James.
Right, we're going to confirm those subs.
Yeah.
Come on, the lads.
We're going for it a little here. We're still on balance, but we are believing.
Not long left in this stream. Only 30 minutes. Not actually 30 minutes. I mean, 30 minutes in the game. Let's get the win in the FA Cup. Can we stay in the FA Cup? Jack, mate, demanded that we did. There.
We're trying, Jack.
I feel like I smelt a gegenpress.
Oh,
and it's come to fruition. Eze with the cross. Oh, went for the cross shot.
It's so. We might even take this to a replay. Unbelievably.
Come on, lads.
Which
we can do it. We can do it.
Good for the financials. I can't remember the QPR.
Demand more.
Financially, actually. I like that. It's a good time to do it
as well. As well. We haven't even gone defensive on this one.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice though.
They look focused and motivated.
Just gives you the flexibility to change it up mid-game. Like it's all well and good being positive, but if you go behind, what do you do then? Do you expose yourself further, or do you?
We've hit the panic button a few times in this series, and that's because of that. I think a more balanced approach works for us. Right? Can we keep the ball here? Let's not give it away.
We've done this against Championship teams
drives
for the last few games.
To Barbe out wide to Wallace, who's been very steady out there as a complete wing back. Some would say. Plays to Manning. Manning can score from this kind of area. Back to Wallace. It's a great partnership. Get the cross in there. Let's finish it.
We deserve it, James. That's what's annoying me, James. This is ours.
What?
Come on,
lads. What? Can you hear that? It's us knocking at the door. James. We want ourselves a fifth round game. We want to be in the hat. Come on, Manning.
He's cannoned it off the face of Crystal Palace.
Smack. Come on, lads. I'm going to go one final shot. I'm going to try something different. Get creative.
I'll tell you what, I've never cared more about another person's save, James, than this. I've never cared.
No, thank you for that. That's because...
But this is different.
Take a replay. Happily take a replay.
It's showing what we are made of sterner stuff.
This team's ready for the Premier League. Go on, last minute. Cheeky highlight.
I've got to be honest. I'm happy.
I would have taken that.
I'm happy with that. Again, a big away game, and a game at Palace.
Happy days.
Again, share the spoils. Not bad.
Yeah, you look in terms of victories, a touch lower than we would like. However, the teams that we've played, the management of the games have been better. The tactics are much better. I feel like I've learned a hell of a lot.
There's been a confidence in you, James, that I can only but admire. It's flowed. It's flowed into me.
It has flowed. We finish off. I'm gonna say, look, I'm calmly gonna say you were unlucky today.
Yeah, we were unlucky. There were big chances. If you go on the stats of the game, actually, just quickly, we'll see how many clear-cut chances we had comparatively to them.
2 to 3.
2 to 3. But if you go on customize, you can put half chances on. I dare say we had a few of them.
Oh wow!
There's a half chance option.
I'd like to know long shots in future as well.
You can get. I mean, click away on all them.
Click half
chances.
Well.
Yeah, one of them as well. More possession, kept the ball far better. Our tackles were far better as well. On average, very even game, and against the Premier League side.
Great session.
We haven't got Wilfred Zaha,
Ben Pry.
have we?
Exactly right. And Ben, you've been a delight. I'm looking delighted, and that's the kind of team that you've offered in the last 2 hours. Superb stuff. Right. So that is the end of the stream for today. Thank you so much. Excellent. This is where we are in the league. 12th in the league. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Who have you got coming up? Who have we got? Bristol City, Palace, Huddersfield, Swansea, Stoke. There's points there. Look at that league table. There are
Stoke
points
down
there.
the bottom. Swansea mid-table. Huddersfield mid-table. Come on.
Big games. Bristol City's a huge game, by the way. Look at that.
Yeah,
huge.
That's
true. You beat them. You're looking at top 9.
Guys,
top
the
8.
playoff final. It could happen. It could happen. All that's left to say.
I think
Dr. Benjy. Well, I feel like I can call you Ben now.
Ben, definitely Ben. I hate Dr. Benjy. What a disaster that one.
Ben, mate, have a cracking weekend. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for supporting this stream. It makes it so much better having you guys there. It's so much fun. I'm loving this. I've got a Twitch profile now, so if you want to check that out, I think at some point we're going to go over there and have some fun. So follow me on there if you are into Twitch. Subscribe if you're new. Check out Ben's channel. It's hilarious and good, and you learn stuff. It's everything you need if you want more Football Manager content. Until then, I'll see you next week, everyone. Something's happening here. Come on, you R's.
Come on.